son of the smooth operator. Shawty on repeat, I say sleep later. This another favor, consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air, fantasy a dream, real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless, learn to live shameless. Talk about me a lot, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless, so I'ma style on them. They washed up, it's a rap, throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them, otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue, get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah, about time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor, but made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee, lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. I'm vibe with the blue. Vibe with the blue. Vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this bad at board games. Whole world clueless, selling they soul for roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds, think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe, tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do, come vibe with the blue. Yeah, come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the. Wise grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah, dream on, dream weaver. Dream
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy, Blerd Without Fear. In the building with me is, well, not actually in the building with me, but Carter presents. What's going on, people? This is the 162nd episode of the Blerd Cave. We are out here. We are, as you can probably already see, we're going to be jumping into a little bit of spoiler-free Thor Love and Thunder. We're going to be doing a little bit of spoiler-free on that note. And yeah, that's it's going to be a little hard to talk about, I think, because based on some circumstances Carter told me about. I'm just saying, y'all, just when y'all go to the movies, please don't go with the intention of going smooth the fuck to sleep. Not that Carter went to sleep, but somebody.
No.
Right.
Say it right. Say it right. You know what? You know what? It happened to me. Let me talk about my traumatic fucking experience.
Handle your business.
America. I'm gonna do this like Bernie Mac would do it. If you're gonna take your ass to the movies to go see a feature-length film, and you proceed to not only go to sleep, but start loudly snoring to where the entire theater hears you, take your funky ass home and go to bed. Please don't get mad at some upstanding citizen who proceeds to start beaming your ass with Raisinets and hot Cheetos. I don't know who this good Samaritan was.
You sure wasn't you?
You asking too many questions.
my bad.
Do not go to the movies and proceed to start fucking snoring. Just go home, take that L, watch it on Disney Plus, watch it on 1-2-3 movies, watch it on whatever fire stick you got at the house. But don't bring your ass to the movies and ruin mine as well as everybody else's experience.
For those that understand that, Carter said allegedly. So yeah, we're gonna have a spoiler-free review of Thor Love and Thunder. We'll also talk spoilers a little bit later. There's a few things, I didn't think about this till literally like last night, but we're gonna go back and see if any of our predictions that we came up with came to pass or just disappeared like a fart on the wind.
I did.
I was gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say whether mine did or didn't. But I feel vindicated in a lot of ways for those who were with us last week. That said, here let's go back because we have, oddly enough, to start the show. Got a lot of people. We got some people in the chat. We also got some super chats.
Before we even do that,
yes.
Bill. That was a Bill, not a science guy joke. Do not tell us to keep this show short. How you gonna tell the two people that do this show on a weekly basis,
right,
to keep their show short? We might fuck with you on no spoilers. We might help you out. I'm trying to stop cursing. We might help you out on no spoilers. But do not, under any circumstances, tell us, me and him,
that guy, or me, actually,
how to handle our productions.
Is Bill the producer that I can't afford to pay? that I do not have because I can't afford to pay.
I'm already on a spree now.
I'm gonna need y'all to wrap that up.
You know what I'm saying?
You had to produce in your ear.
I'm already on one because this dude was snoring loud as hell. But don't tell me to keep. Don't the audacity of somebody telling us to keep it brief. Keep it brief.
Keep it brief.
How y'all gonna try to award show us with the orchestra music on our stuff?
Look, he hit us with a wrap it up box. Like, anyway, that said, you know what I think? I think it's time for, before we get into the shenanigans, before we actually get into the thing that we all came here for to talk about today, I think I want to make sure that we put some respect on the fact that Geronimo Smith is in this motherfucker. We also got Jamal Simmons in the building. I also see Gabriel the Dark Knight in this motherfucker. We also got Bot Boy Versus. I see Irv Sweet. We got Matt Edwards, and the true Pharaoh is coming in hot. Kick the door in and everything. We also got Antonio Logan in this motherfucker. We see Eugene York. We got Edward Enigma 9x9 in this sumbitch. We got Jerry Moraes. We got Gamora Skipper up in here. I see the homie Gilla V all up in the building. Fresh off getting, like, just catching wild bodies off that boss monster. We also we got Wilbur Robinson in here. We also got the Gunmetal Sage. We got LJ Mac 03 in this motherfucker. I also see R. Cali 1 in the building. We got Nick D, probably sitting back drinking some Sunny D. We also got Carl Petit in the building. We also got C Fang, Architect of Sin, in this motherfucker. Shaman 05 Line. We got Herbert Scott. We also got Carl McCullough in the building. I see the homie Cornelius Samuels in this motherfucker. Of course, we know we have the unpaid, unelected producer, Bill 930505 in the building. We also got the cousin of Vampire Hunter D. We don't have the actual Vampire Hunter D, but we have the cousin of Vampire Hunter D, Vampire Hunter Greg, in the building. We also got Sidious Black up in this motherfucker. We also got...
Why did you say it black like that?
Because it got two C's. It got two C's. We also got Splosh, Chi-Town Dad, Mr. Right. Who else we got up in here? We also got the homie, the Elite X1. We also got Bilbo the Governor. Hello, Governor. In the building. We also got Ryan. We got Gokhan, sure his baby's father, in the building. Lord have mercy. I think that's everybody. Maybe. Oh, no, lies. We also got John Harris, the Black Rogue, in the building. As well as Famous Thanius. We also got Metal Sonic, fresh off of whooping actual Sonic's ass. He said he'll share the video later.
I don't know, man. If that recent issue of Sonic is any indication, Metal Sonic got worked.
Wait, is this one of those? Is this like the Vader meme? Like he said, man, I'm about to go ham on Obi-Wan. I'm gonna share the video later. Then come back later with the mask and the respirator on top about some. Man, I ain't sharing that shit. I got my ass whooped. Oh. Also, shout outs to Nero Gold, T5 the Great, and T Mac 0284, and Mark Price in the building. Thank you all for showing up. Man, that said, you know what? Let's also take a quick moment. Want to take a quick moment because we also got we got some super chats in the building. Got some super chats in the building, y'all. So I want to make sure we don't forget about those. We got one from the homie. Oh, let's move that out of the way. We got one from the homie, the T1000 still on the hunt for John Connor. Literally just killed the legal guardians of John Connor and has impersonated him.
That was way too specific.
But he's here. He's here. He took time. Like
Damn
it! What?
Jonathan Moda with the
Bruh.
quickness.
Bruh. What is going?
Why did Jonathan Moda super chat come up after you just said someone's adopted parents got brutally murdered?
Oh, God damn it. Okay, y'all, look. All right, you know what?
Oh,
I
shit.
just accept
Somebody, mama and daddy got murked. Shit. Super chat.
Bam! Hit it. or in the words of one of my favorite captains, Captain Pike, hit it. Oh, well, look. Damn, Jonathan Moda, you just out here, man. Out here. Yeah, we're gonna get down there. We're gonna said the lives went from being fired to an all-out inferno lately. Got to pay my tribute. We appreciate you, fam. We appreciate you. We just out here doing the Lord's good work. That's all we're trying to do, man. Bilbo the Governor, thank you for the 8 months. Hello and hi back. And what's I never understood what this actually meant. I just always heard people say it. What do they say? Mahalo? I don't know what that means. It's probably just another way to say hello.
Disney movies?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I've been inundated with Sing 2. I have no clue what other music is right now. Go Connoisseur, his baby's father with a $5 super chat says, who butt we got to kick to get Storm and T'Challa relationship straight? Because it's getting annoying. Yes, it is. I'm very high-key annoyed. I'm actually kind of mad with John Ridley right now. I'm kind of mad at him. I'm not wishing harm upon John Ridley. I just want to go ahead and make that clear because I don't want nobody running out and looking this man up and finding his house and doing anything crazy or coming at him on Twitter or nothing. But just know, I don't appreciate what he doing with T'Challa and Storm right now. I'm a little, I have concerns. Yeah, I'm just saying. Also, with the $5, says, why Carter look like he on that Mob Deep halfway crooks time? God damn it. Lord, I mean, hey, yeah, look, hey, I just want to put this out here, yeah. Allegedly. We also got Don Flywalker coming in hot with the $10 super chat sticker. Good God. And of course, we got Jonathan the GOAT Moda just coming through. And I just want to say I appreciate this because my man's is literally, as he says in the super chat, on his way to Japan and said, nah,
Which is some G shit, by the way.
Yeah. Look, I just love this man is probably sitting in customs right now. Excuse me one moment. I got the cave on. He's like the cave on. Like I can see Jonathan right now. I can see that motherfucker right now in customs. This man probably going through getting bags checked and everything, and he's like, excuse me one moment, hold on. Blerd K. Like, that's some G shit. Like, honestly, I wonder who, because I know some of y'all watch us while y'all at work. I know some of y'all be out here living your lives, you doing whatever it is you do, watching the show. I just always gotta say, it makes me smile to know sometimes y'all might literally put a motherfucker on hold and be like, oh yeah, like you know when like motherfuckers come and talk to you and you pretend you on the phone, like you got the ear, but you like. I wonder if we never had a motherfucker do that. Like, they just listen to our dumbasses talking, and somebody come up, like, something crazy is happening at work, man. Like, hey, man, something broke, and, man, we need your help. And he's like, I'm on the phone. Motherfucker really watching us. See? That's real. That's real. He says, always thank you. On my way to Japan for a week. He says, catch the stream when I land. Hey, we appreciate you, pimp. We appreciate you. Look, be safe out there. And look, if anybody over there calls you a Kuma, whoop they ass. Okay? Because they do that shit over there.
Look, I'm just going to tell him flat out. I'm going to pray for him just because this was a conversation a friend and I were having when he was up here. We were talking about like possibly going to Japan or somewhere like that. And we both know that we could never go because if we went, we probably wouldn't want to come back to the States.
I mean, look, hey.
So Jonathan, bruh, man, my heart go out to you because you might enjoy yourself a little bit too much. It's like, you know what?
You ain't gonna come back.
Let me go ahead and look up some residences around here, dog. I feel like I'm playing Yakuza right now. Yeah, I'm trying to find free.
Look, you see, look, gonna be like Ichiban in Yakuza Like a Dragon. You just go look up one day. Your ass is gonna pop up out a box and just be like, all right, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. I also will say be careful too because apparently shit is going down in Japan. I believe, what was it, Abe Shinzo, the former prime minister of Japan, just recently got assassinated, just like literally less than 48 hours ago. That's
why I stopped playing Death Stranding. You see who did it?
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
I can't even play Metal Gear Solid no more.
Oh, goddamn. You know they're suing. You know Hideo Kojima. For those who don't know, Hideo Kojima, the mastermind behind the Metal Gear Solid series, as well as Death Stranding, a Greek newspaper outlet or magazine or something erroneously said it was him, or that based on a picture that it was like, dude, that's not him. And basically, yeah, Hideo Kojima probably gonna sue them because people don't realize you can't just make allegations like that to somebody living in Japan. There's a lot of shit that comes out with that, but yeah. Neither here nor there. Anyway, Nick Carwell with the 22 months. We appreciate you, pimp. Says, welcome to the new squad members. Salute to the OGs. Man, what you said. Thank you. Thank you for warm welcoming motherfuckers in. That's what I'm talking about. And then, of course, we also got the homie Gabriel Knight with the 1999 in the super chat. Says, happy Saturday, Ernie and Carter, catching the show on the fly, loving it as always. Hey, we appreciate you, pimp. We also got the homie Nick D come through the 15 months. Says, OMG, it's been a year and 1 month. Love you guys. Oh, and Carter, it's a Razer Panthera.
Oh, look at you. Okay, you boss dog. He was talking about arcade sticks when the show was starting. Yes. Evo is actually going to be next month in Vegas, and if I end up not going, I'm actually going to get either a hitbox or the snack box, which is the smaller version of the hitbox. So, man, yeah, I'm going the scumbag route because a lot of people hate hitboxes in fighting games.
Yeah, look, I don't have that. I have. Which one's the one I have? Oh God, I don't remember. I would have to actually get up and look at it. But
you want to feel real nasty when I tell you what I used to use though?
Was the
you remember when GameStop was selling those WWE All Stars brawl stick?
Actually, dude, I forgot. Oh no, what'd you have?
I had that WWE All Stars brawl stick. Remember when GameStop was selling those? I had the brawl stick.
Nasty. Actually, here, I want to show y'all something because this will show you how green my ass is. I read that name, completely fucking blanked on the name of what I had, and then watch this.
Let me see. What y'all in here talking about? Ooh, look at Gamora Skipper with that Blerd Club Silver. Appreciate you, sir.
It's a little dusty because I haven't used it in a while, but I have it too. This is the Pantera Evo. It's the one that Kenny Omega, I think the one that Kenny Omega endorsed, or something like that. But yeah, anyway, neither here nor there. But yes. Gamora Skipper, thank you. Thank you, man. Y'all are coming in hot today. Jesus Christ. And then that's what it was. Thank you. John the Motor, just out here. Dude, out here with the 19 months. Come through, said mahalo equals thank you. See, there you go. There you go. So there you go. Mahalo.
I thought it was Hakuna Matata.
This motherfucker. Anyway. No, that means no worries. Oh, he said, Nick D said, oh shit, that's what I got. Yeah, dude, I got this thing like a while ago, and I will say, let's say it's a little dusty because I haven't gotten to use it in a while. But one thing I will say about it is I used to be terrible at charge characters. Don't know why, just it was something I couldn't do.
I'm still terrible.
Bruh. Okay, so I use this primarily to play King of Fighters. And a character I've always liked but never been able to use, Vanessa. The redheaded girl with the gloves on and the suspenders, wouldn't be throwing hands. She be coming through, hit you with the bop. That one, yeah. I could never use her. But once I got my hands on that, changed the game forever. Changed the game forever. I actually changed up my normal King of Fighter squad was always Iori Yagami, Mai Shiranui, and sometimes I would either rotate out Ryo Sakazaki or Joe Higashi, just depending on what was going on at the time. That changed everything. Like, Vanessa done made my regular lineup now.
I was never a KOF guy.
Bruh.
I was
KOF
never.
hitting.
I think it was just because with us being from Memphis and us being from the South, we played Tekken by default.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I sucked at Tekken, but I'm better at Tekken with this.
Oh, see, I can't play Tekken on that. I'm strictly on a pad with Tekken, and then I was playing Street Fighter 3. And when I had that arcade stick, when I had that brawl stick, it was Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It was Street Fighter 4. It was Street Fighter 3. And then when I moved up here to LA, I lost my stick. And I had just gotten the buttons changed. I just gotten the stick changed and all that. And for a few of Earth's mightiest subscribers, you may have seen a few YouTube streams of mine where I was playing Guilty Gear Strive. That was on controller. That was on an analog.
Bruh.
But the snack boxes, they're going to be selling a few of those at Evo. And one of my buddies is going to Evo. So I'm going to have him pick me up one of those. So I'm good now.
Bruh. Dude, I just hold up, dude. The Elite X, he just dropped something in the Discord. I just saw. Here, actually, I kind of want. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I'm gonna pull this up just to. I'm not gonna play the sound on it because I had to go through a whole laundry list of shit. The other day with some of the shit we played, a week ago, like last week or the week before? Jesus Christ. Here, let's see if I can pop this up real quick. I want to... This is the one Elite X1 showed us right here. This pad. This junk look nice. Yeah, that one looks nice. And oddly enough, speaking of Tekken... Speaking of Tekken, but let's go. You know what, Carter? Let's go ahead and switch them gears, pimp.
Yes.
Oh, and for those asking, KOF I haven't played the new one yet. I've been on 14 for like ever since it came out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Carter, you ready to talk some spoiler free? Thor Love and Thunder.
Yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am.
All right. Well, let's do it. Okay, so Thor Love and Thunder. Taika Waititi. Back again in the director's chair. This time around, this is a story about a Thor who's trying to find himself. He's trying to figure out where he is in the great scheme of things. He's lost. He's rudderless. And also still, and it seems like it's been forever ago, since Endgame. But, we got to remember dad bod Thor. And he's back from that. And they don't, and like I said, they spend about as much time on dad bod Thor as they do in the trailer, give or take. Like he's already gotten completely rid of the dad bod. He's back to being lean, mean. I've been eating boiled chicken breasts and broccoli 6 days a week for the last year, Chris Hemsworth. Which, that's fine. But it's interesting because, once again, we're kind of in this position where we are pretty much kind of seeing a Thor that is still on the struggle bus. Like he's not like I mean, yeah, he's good. He got it. He's doing his thing. He's living his life. He's living his best life, of course. But the man is not happy. And as we know, in Thor Ragnarok, he lost Mjolnir and it's gone. Broke the fuck up by Hela, and he's still feeling some type of way about that. That's a huge part of this. But in the end, what I can definitely say about this story, just from a spoiler-free perspective, is this movie is not a movie that takes itself seriously. If you're one of those people I used to always hear that was always complaining about Thor Ragnarok and how Thor Ragnarok didn't take itself seriously enough.
Boy, they doubled down on it in this one, boy.
Boy, like if you look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you went into Thor Ragnarok, you was one of those motherfuckers that you were like, oh yeah, nah, this is the Thor I've been waiting on. Look at this, look at the squad, look at the squad he's got right there. Oh my God, this movie's gonna be amazing. Look at all those bodies on the ground. Oh my God, it's gonna be a slobber knocker. It's just craziness. And then, but you forgot about this scene. If you forgot about that scene, yeah, you might want to sit Thor Love and Thunder out. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Thor Love and Thunder don't give a fuck. And once again, this isn't a spoiler, to say that anything happens, but there's moments where insanely terrible things are happening to people. It is just a joke. It's just a punchline for a joke. It's just So, I mean, yeah, I just want to go ahead and give you fair warning, because that was something that, when I walked out of the theater after everything was done, my wife asked me what I thought. Because she wasn't with me. She was at work. She just wanted me to, tell her whether or not, whether or not we're going to go see it. Whether I'm going to take her to go see it. Because usually if I tell, like in the case of stuff like Morbius, she was like, hey, was Morbius any good? And I was like, we can wait till it hits video or is on somebody's streaming service for free. And then with this, I was like, no, we can go see this in theater. We can go see this in theater. But I was like, I said, you know what? I said it was a little more comedic than I was expecting, and I had already heard that it was very comedic. And she was like, oh, so you mean they just kind of leaned into more of the comedy? I said, no, they didn't lean into it, baby. They laid on it. Taika Waititi literally, like, he went on that shit, just laid on it and went to sleep.
He did the Twitch.
Yeah.
And laid down.
Yeah, he did. He did. This is not so I just want to say, yeah, it's not a serious movie. One of my chief concerns, and I don't know if you had this concern, Carter. I think maybe you did. I think you did say something about this. Is that the villain of the movie? For those who don't remember, the villain of the film is Gore the God Butcher. And Gore the God Butcher is an incredibly serious villain. In the comics, and even in this movie, he's incredibly serious. In a movie that is otherwise devoid of seriousness. Like, Gore is literally one of the few... I would actually not even just say the few. Yeah, I'll say the few. One of the only two things that's taken seriously in this movie, and even he's kind of not taken terribly seriously. Despite some of the crazy shit that he does in this movie that I'm just kind of shocked that just kind of got downplayed a little bit. But I don't know. And that, once again, I'm trying to be as spoiler-free as humanly possible with this. I guess, you know what, since we're talking about it, because I think that's the thing everybody kind of wants to know, too, or wants to talk about is, what did you think about Gore? What did you think? How did you feel about Gore by the time you got to the end of this movie?
Which is crazy because the beginning of the film,
yeah, I think okay, so you know what? I can help you articulate what you're thinking because I know exactly what you're thinking.
No, well, it was because I was trying to get away. I wasn't trying to spoil anything, but
yeah.
Honestly, I was
I know what you're thinking. Because they brought Gore in kind of gangster. Gore came in gangsters. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as far as MCU villain introductions go, this was one of the best ones. I'd actually go as far as say this might be the best one. Like, you know, normally when we get to see
it was
the
almost
villain,
it was almost like a different movie.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of my issue. Gore feels like he's from a different movie. He's not in the same movie as Thor and everybody else. He's not in the same movie. Gore is legit. Like, honestly, I feel like no one told Christian Bale that he was in a comedy. That's what I kind of feel like happened with that. But
I can finally, because I'm reading chat, but to answer your question of how I felt about Gore, he was okay for the few times we saw him.
Yeah, he's not in the movie a lot. He really isn't. He's not in the movie a whole lot. And that's not a spoiler to say. He's not really in the movie a whole lot. But I will say this. I think he's introduced incredibly well. In the times he's on screen, I did think he was effective. But it's just when you realize, like, in the grand scheme of things, the movie that he is a part of as a whole, I don't think he works as well as I would have liked. That said, I guess let's address the other part of this, and that is the whole driving and selling point of the movie was, oh hey, we got Natalie Portman back, and she is gonna be Jane Foster. Jane Foster as Thor, rather. Which, I will say this, I thought she did a good job. I mean, she's always done a fairly good job when she's been in the movies before. But in this case, like, being a hero, because of how they're doing this version of the character, the MCU version of the character, she's not... What's the best way to put it? She is not the Jane Foster Thor of the comics. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. The Jane Foster of the comics was a slightly different character. Now, granted, this is because we're only just getting to know this character. That's why I think a lot of that is the case. I think towards the end of the movie, you start to see more of that actual comic version of Jane Foster, because she literally is... this is her first outing. She's not going to be the character that Jason Aaron wrote across, what was it, 40 some odd, or actually not, no, it wasn't 40, but it was like It was damn near 40 some odd issues, if not a little over 40 issues of Thor.
One of my favorite parts of the movie was with her toward the end.
Yeah. Oh, no. That was
one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. They do it, and I didn't think they would do it. I didn't think they would do it this soon. They actually adapted some stuff, and we'll talk about that in spoilers, because I don't want to, because even saying what it is they adapted is a bit of a spoiler. But I will say I was shocked that they adapted a part of Jason Aaron's run that I was like, oh, okay, all right, let's do this. That said, Chris Hemsworth, James, and Natalie Portman as Thor, as both Thors, their chemistry still great. It's hilarious to see them try and navigate their relationship or the lack thereof now. And not to mention, we do get a little glimpse into, because that's the thing, they never really answered the question of why they broke up. I mean, yeah, it was a thing that kind of came up in Ragnarok, but it was kind of downplayed, and they actually go into it in this, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit kind of hit home, because I've been in one of those. But yeah, it was cool. I liked Natalie Portman in the role of the mighty Thor. I liked, for the most part, pretty much how they portrayed her, even though it was kind of different. And the draw of what brought her to that, becoming Thor was very different. At least in terms of the delivery of it happening, not so much in terms of the context. But yeah, I liked, I think, honestly, I feel like Jane's probably my favorite part of this movie, and what kind of gives this movie the heart and soul that I think it otherwise would have lacked because it was too busy laughing at itself. I don't know, you might agree or disagree.
No, I absolutely agree with that, because I saw someone in the chat saying that he said, I knew it. Glad I didn't waste my money as soon as I saw Jane Foster Thor. Enough is enough. Let me tell you something. And I already told you in chat, but I'm just going to say it for the people that are going to be listening to this later. Jane Foster Thor wasn't the fucking problem.
No. Jane's the last thing.
She is the last. No, I wouldn't even say the last. She's not the problem.
No.
She, like he just said, like I just said, that was one of the better parts of the fucking film.
Yeah. You know what I like to liken this to, Carter? You remember when Batman v Superman came out, everyone thought that Ben Affleck was going to be the problem? Like, oh man, Ben Affleck, he's going to ruin this movie. Oh, he's Batman. Oh, this is going to be the reason why the movie fails. It's like, no, he was the best part of that fucking movie.
Oh yeah, people wouldn't leave me alone when I was saying that, boy. Ben Affleck killed it in that. Boy.
Yeah, like honestly, Ben Affleck as Batman was the best part of Batman v Superman. Now, I'm not trying to say Thor Love and Thunder is as bad as Batman v Superman. I'm just saying that everyone that thinks that Natalie Portman being the mighty Thor in this movie is what's gonna drag it down. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'd have been okay if Chris Hemsworth wasn't even there. I'm going to be real. If they would have just made this strictly a movie about Jane Foster, I think it would have been a million times better. And not just because, of some feminist agenda, but no, because I feel like the best parts of the movie are literally when they focus on what's going on with Jane, because she actually has a story to tell. But the thing is, it takes a back seat to everything else because Thor, Chris Hemsworth's character's there. And they gotta tell the story about their relationship. If they would have dedicated an entire movie to just Jane as Thor, I actually think if this would have been that, which I was kind of hoping it would have been, I was kind of hoping Chris Hemsworth was going to take more of a backseat in this movie. But that didn't occur. That didn't happen the way that I think myself, and I don't know, maybe other people felt the same way. I don't rightfully know. But I do feel like every moment that we spent with both of these characters on screen, while it was adorable, there were many, many, many times I would have rathered it just been Jane. I would have rathered it had just been her. I feel like
I like that cut you did to where she didn't have a helmet on. That was a swag little transition you just did.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm out here. But no, man. I feel like, yeah, the movie just kind of happened. It was just a thing that was happening.
I want to cry, man. I really want to cry.
Why?
Because I did not expect what I'm hearing come from you.
What? Why? Why'd you? You thought I was? What you thought I was? Okay, I'm gonna be clear here because I don't want to give anybody hope. I still like the movie. But I like it in the same way that I like Thor Ragnarok. It's just a goofy, dumb, fun movie. It's not like higher art. The movie clearly doesn't take itself seriously, so why should I take it seriously? It's just a dumb, fun movie. It's cool. It's not like, if you go into this expecting to be as serious as like Infinity War Endgame, you're gonna come out of this shit sorely disappointed.
You can't say that it was a goofy, fun, dumb movie when Suicide Squad was a goofy, fun, dumb movie, and you can't stand Jared Leto. You won't leave me be when I say that the Suicide Squad was a stupid, dumb, fun movie.
What? I liked the Suicide Squad.
No. Not this.
Right. No, I don't remember. We've talked about this before. I don't have a problem with the first Suicide Squad movie.
I'm just thrown for a loop because we're on the same page for the most part about this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do a closing thoughts before we get into spoilers. But
yeah, let's do some closing thoughts. I'll remember, you can take first crack.
I'm ready for Taika Waititi to get away from the Thor movies. Going on somewhere.
Go on and get
somewhere. I will just honestly, because one of my friends was saying that Thor Ragnarok was one of his favorite movies. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok was better than this.
I will say, I that is something I will agree. I liked Thor Ragnarok better than this movie. I don't hate this movie. I just want to make it very clear because some people never understand this. I can criticize something and still enjoy it. But while I enjoyed this movie, it has problems. And I can't talk about any of those problems without going into spoilers. So I'll just say it's a good fun movie if you yourself can not take it as well as yourself too seriously.
The fact that I hit you up while I was watching the film.
Yeah.
And said, hey, there's a prick sitting behind me snoring loud as hell.
Yeah.
And your immediate response was, bruh, somebody was sitting next to me sleeping too. That's a problem.
Well, and it's one of those deals where, and you know what? I want to point something out. And maybe this is one of those situations where we kind of need to step outside of ourselves for a minute. Because here's one thing I did notice. While I did have a person sleeping right next to me, their girlfriend, who was actually sitting closer to me, was not. The women in the audience were very engaged. I noticed. It was the men in the audience, by and large, not all of them, well, I take that back, not all, but more than a few that seemed disengaged with the movie. It's kind of like that deal with Ms. Marvel. Like everybody's like, oh, Ms. Marvel's the least watched MCU TV series on Disney Plus of all the ones that have come out up to this point. But what people don't talk about is the fact that more young people are watching Ms. Marvel than older people. Like Ms. Marvel has a bigger young people audience than any of the others. So that's very telling. because while it's not reaching the overall general demographic of MCU fans, it's reaching the audience that they actually were shooting for. And while we don't have the data or anything to back this up right now, I am very curious to see if that's the case here with Thor Love and Thunder. If there are more women, if they actually reach more female viewership with this movie as opposed to previous Thor films, or whatever. Who knows? But that said, let's go back a little bit because I think we got a super chat in here that I want to address real quick. Let's see, Sidious Black. This is actually technically, I will answer this question in the spoilers. But yeah, Sidious Black with the $10 super chat says, so I take that my all-father Thor theory didn't happen, Blerd. Well, that is, yeah. Let's talk about spoilers. Okay. Time for the spoiler discussion! Wait, I actually want to answer this real quick because this is hilarious. Talali House with the $5 super chat said, accidentally got me and my brother's 4D tickets. Big mistake. We got beat up the whole damn time in front row. Chair straight punching us in the back. Dude, I've heard people talk about that like 4D and D-Box and all this other shit. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't have the chair I'm sitting in beating my ass while I'm watching the movie. I just can't. I won't. I refuse.
Wait, what the hell is 4D? What is that?
It's basically where like your chair, basically, if it's the way I remember it, like your chair actually rumbles and moves as you watch the movie.
Oh, like them little gamer chairs GameStop used to sell way back.
Yeah, like way back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like way the fuck back. But yeah, we don't have it here in Memphis, so thankfully, but it's a thing. It is a thing. But yeah, it's something, all right. You ain't shit. Wait a minute. We got one from Talali House. I'm gonna answer this one real quick too. Talali House with the $2 super chat says, Heimdall gonna rock James.
House, by the way.
Oh, I mean, Gokhan sure is baby's father. I still had the Talali House one up. But no, Gokhan sure is baby father with the $2 super chat says, Heimdall gonna rock Jane's world of Valhalla. I mean, if we see some,
I guess we talking about spoilers now.
Yeah, I already said we were. I literally changed the thing and everything. But yeah, so basically, let's address that. Let's address that real quick because we had some predictions last week, and I want to talk about them. I want to talk about those predictions, basically. And let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. So, one of your predictions, Carter, was that Jane Foster catches it. And on a side, and I also put some sidebars to the ones we actually put some caveats on. With this one, basically being like, oh, she's one and done, gone out the MCU forever. I'm gonna, so as far as the Jane Foster catching it, yes, she caught it. However, not the way I think any of us expected. She didn't it wasn't like gore killed her. They actually skewed more towards the actual comics on this one, where she basically just sacrifices, more or less sacrifices herself, and not even to kill Gore, really. She doesn't really do it to kill. She mostly is doing it to stop him, she's trying to close the gate to, eternity. Which, oddly enough, for those that don't know, eternity in this movie.
That tripped me out because I immediately thought about the Ultimates as soon as eternity popped up on the screen.
Yes. I gotta admit, I wasn't terribly sure.
Looked fucking comics accurate damn near.
Yeah, no, for those who are unfamiliar with Eternity, yeah, this motherfucker right here, this motherfucker is in the MCU now. They don't speak. They just sit there. They don't say anything. At least not in like a voice that like is theirs alone. But I thought it was interesting that they went there. I thought it was very interesting that they went there. And I believe Rob actually did a video saying that Eternity was going to be in this because of an image that we saw a ways back. I think he actually peeped this out. It was this one, like he actually caught wind of the face of Eternity in the background of this shot. But yeah, all these other things like, yeah, Death, Eon, Infinity, Uatu the Watcher, the Living Tribunal, all of these things, and also Arishem. Apparently Arishem was back there too, but like his statue is destroyed by the time you get to this shot. But yeah, Eternity shows up, and that's kind of the whole premise of the movie, that Gore is trying to get to Eternity, because if you reach Eternity, Eternity will grant you a wish, no matter what it is. Whoever's the first person to reach Eternity, they get a wish. That's Gore's whole mission statement in this movie. And yeah, and Jane, she does. Remember, and it's kind of funny because I feel like a lot of moments that are like, oh, okay, they legit spoiled the movie in the trailer with a shot. That was one of those shots. They actually showed the scene in the trailer where Jane actually throws hammer, because it's the same plot as the comics, where when she doesn't have the hammer, she turns back to normal just like anyone else would who is not Thor Odin's son. And the cancer that she's fighting, the breast cancer she's fighting, which I don't even know if they even expressly say that it's breast cancer in the movie.
I don't think they say it was.
I don't think they even say it's breast cancer.
I think they just say it's stage 4.
Yeah, they just say stage 4 cancer. But in the comics, it's breast cancer. And just like in the comics, the chemotherapy that Jane is going through, it's not working. It's not working because basically every time she picks up the hammer, it purges her body of all poisons and toxins that would be within her, because Thor is immune to them. So that means while she is Thor, she is immune to those same toxins. And when she purges all that stuff out of her body, it's basically undoing all the chemotherapy that she's ever taken. So it's basically, while she was already kind of probably not going to make it, the chemotherapy would have been like the one thing that could have saved her. Picking up the hammer, becoming Thor, was basically making everything even worse than it already was. But yeah.
Can I say that that's something, now that I think about it, that actually pisses me off?
What?
Well, not the cancer and things like that. We knew that was when they were bringing her back, and we knew she was going to be Thor. But so there was some, with all the cringy shit that was happening in this film, with Jane being one of the highlights, especially what happened at the end when she goes through her whole monologue of telling Gore, basically, put some respect on my name.
Oh yeah, that shit was awesome.
Whether it's the Mighty Thor or Dr. Jane Foster, that was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh yeah, no, I love that shit.
That was one of the awesome. That's one of the scenes I was referring to. But the fact that Taika Waititi he brought her in, we get that, and now she's gone. That kind of hits a nerve a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, I wish we would have gotten what I wanted for this movie, the way I originally wanted it. I wanted to be where, yeah, you're introducing her as the Mighty Thor, but I was kind of hoping that Chris Hemsworth was gonna catch it, and then she would end up, or not say catch it, but just maybe he would just take a back seat for a while and let her be the Mighty Thor for a while, so we can maybe get another movie or two out of her. But yeah.
So I knew that wasn't going to happen, and I even said one of the main reasons I said that she was probably going to die in this movie when we spoke about it was because she don't really want to do a lot of Marvel films. She don't want to sign one of those contracts like that.
No.
But my thing was, if you could do Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I really felt like you could have done that for Jane. She could have got some kind of Disney Plus series, because the fact that
we don't know yet. We don't know, because I actually kind of want to stop you.
Okay.
There's something that happens in that scene when they show her being sent to Valhalla. She doesn't look entirely happy to be there. Like, and I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, or maybe I'm not reading enough. I don't know. Yeah. But the way I read the look on her face on that scene, it wasn't a, oh, I'm happy I'm here. It's a, huh.
Well, according to the super chat we got, it's more that she was surprised she's in Valhalla and about to get BBC. But my thing was, she went from Kat Dennings getting her some Doritos, stage 4 cancer. We got looking at Matt Damon and Melissa McCarthy. I
ain't gonna lie, that made me kind of holler when she popped about the thing as hell.
That was one of the times where everybody in my theater laughed. Because nobody expected that. But just to go from that to Mighty Thor to the rest of the movie, gore, dead. I feel like there could have been some, because not a lot of time really passed, man. So I'm like, shit. Like,
yeah, she was.
I feel like her as Thor could have got a Disney Plus series with a few episodes.
Well, that's why I kind of, and this is why I'm holding out hope, because I think what they're gonna do, I think they're just gonna fast track, which is gonna be weird to do, because technically, to talk about this, we have to talk about another prediction that I had. Another prediction I made was that Tessa Thompson was gonna catch it, and technically, she kind of did. She didn't get killed. She wasn't killed, but she got served. Towards the end of the movie, pretty much. Tessa Thompson's character does not die. However, you can tell by the time you get to the end of the movie, she probably ain't gonna be running around doing a whole lot of fighting anytime soon, because she pretty much has to sit out the rest of the movie after that point. And while they have said that there's talk of a Valkyrie spinoff with Tessa Thompson, especially considering the chemistry that Tessa and Natalie Portman have with one another in the movie, even though one of the scenes led to I didn't find very many moments in the movie cringeworthy, except for one, and it was literally one that involved them. And more Tessa Thompson than anything else. When the part where she holds up the thing and they're like, oh, she's like a hand grenade.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that part was pretty fucking terrible. But otherwise, I actually thought Tessa and Natalie Portman had a lot of good chemistry. And I know that Tessa Thompson's kind of hinted that there will be a Valkyrie spinoff coming up at some point. That's kind of what I think. If Jane does come back, that's what they're going to do with her. They'll bring her back as the Valkyrie character that she is in the comics right now, not as the Mighty Thor. That's kind of where I think that's going to, if she decides to come back. But they basically kind of leave the door open, because just because you're in Valhalla doesn't mean you stay dead, at least not in the comics. Because, I mean, hell, when she went to Valhalla in the comics, Odin was like, you can go back if you want. And she was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Death is kind of not final in some of these movies. But, and also I feel like Asgardians are kind of wishy-washy on what can and cannot kill them. But I will say this. So I guess in terms of in terms of Tessa Thompson catching that work, no. But in terms of did we get the moment that I said was going to happen exactly where I said it was going to happen? Did we get it, Carter?
You gotta remind me.
Oh, I'm gonna remind you what you ain't gonna like, sir. Did we get Hercules? Yes. We did. And exactly where I said he was going to be. Also, I said that Zeus was either going to catch it or get killed. Also correct. He didn't die, but they thought he was dead. They thought he was dead.
What was that white woman doing to his chest at the end? Like, was she trying to put the piece of armor back in, or was she trying to wipe something? What the hell? I think she
was. But basically, what they did was they basically set the wheels in motion for an Asgard versus Olympus setup, and not just that, but also a classic Marvel rivalry, because now we actually have in the MCU Hercules. Zeus sends Hercules. Zeus is putting a hit out on Thor.
That is not my picture, y'all. Before y'all say it, that is not my picture.
Actually,
here's
the funny part. I actually got that from the internet. I didn't take it. That was actually a picture that was already on the internet. And yeah. For those that don't, so basically, for those who are unfamiliar, this is this actor who is playing Hercules in this shot is an actor some of y'all might know from Ted Lasso. Hold on, because actually I want to make sure I get this guy's name right, because I always fuck it up. But yeah, once we get to that point, Jesus Christ, where is this motherfucker's name? Oh, let's see here. It's Brett Goldstein.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to be playing Hercules in the film, or in any future Marvel films, which, and a lot of people thought I was crazy. They're like, "Oh man, why would Hercules show up in this?" I was like, "Just trust me. Just ride with me for a little bit." But yeah, Hercules is there. They are setting him up to be on a collision course with Chris Hemsworth's Thor. I'm into it. Not the actor I would have expected. Not the actor I would have expected at all. But I can rock with it. Not to mention, I know there were some people who were kind of upset that he was the actor that was picked. I saw people saying, "Oh, all these like huge muscular actors out there, y'all pick this guy." And here's the thing. This is something I think a lot of people don't understand about acting. Kumail Nanjiani is living proof. Anyone can get jacked. Okay? For those who remember, the guy who plays Kingo in the Eternals was not known for being a muscular guy. That dude got riggedy ripped to play Eternals in a movie where he doesn't show off any of those muscles. Anybody can get ripped if you get on the right diet and do the right amount of exercise.
I wouldn't even say anything about just being fucking ripped. I would just say, how about go watch something that they're in, judge it on the acting, before you bitch and whine about muscles. This is Hollywood.
Yeah.
The fact that people are still complaining about muscles when 300 is a thing.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'll throw you one better. Carter. Remember everyone's precious Hugh Jackman Wolverine? A lot of people forgot, but when Hugh Jackman was originally cast as Wolverine, a lot of people were not happy about it, because at the time, Hugh Jackman was known as the musical guy. He was a guy that was always doing theater and musicals. He wasn't much of an actual film actor. I mean, he did movies, but not anything that people who would typically go watch an X-Men movie would go see. Or rush to go see, rather. He was more of an avant-garde actor. And now he's everybody's precious favorite Wolverine. Go figure. Like, that's why I always tell people, man, just chill. Chill the fuck out. But that said, that part I thought was pretty cool. We also got, what was another thing? Oh, here's one. Here's one of yours, Carter. Does Gore, or rather, Gore doesn't survive the movie? Correct. On a sidebar, did he die early in the movie? No. However, he did actually die in the movie.
You might have thought he was dead because you rarely saw him.
Maybe. But no, I will definitely say that, yeah. But he didn't, once again, much like with, Jane Foster, didn't die the way I thought he would. Like, he doesn't die because anyone kills him, specifically. I mean, he was already dying anyway because of another thing that was a part of our predictions. Was the Necro Sword present in the movie? Yes, it was. That was, in fact, the Necro Sword of legend in the movie. Now, the other thing, was it, or rather, did we get symbiotes in the MCU? That one
you came to.
Now, here's the thing. No. But also kinda.
Don't you
But
dare.
no. And the reason why I say that, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say it, because the sword had the same function that Gore used it for. And now remember, the whole Necro Sword thing being, or rather the sword that he was wielding, being a symbiote was something that came well after that comic had come out. That was a retcon on Donny Cates' part. That wasn't something Jason Aaron had planned. But the way that Gore was using it, like using it to manipulate shadows and create monsters out of the shadows, some of which looked kind of like symbiotes. Not all of them, but there were some of them that actually looked not exactly like Venom, but they were big goop monsters with symbiote qualities. But they were mostly like his Black Ice Berserkers from the comics, from Jason Aaron's run. It was one of those situations where it was kind of like, yeah and no. Like, there was gooey shit happening. It was like living shadow. It was really weird. It's not in any way connected to what we saw at the end of No Way. Yeah, it wasn't them symbiotes from the Venomverse over at Sony Pictures. But it was interesting. It was interesting. Though I will say this, I liked how he used them. I thought that was interesting because that was comics accurate. I get why they didn't have him creating all kinds of crazy weapons with it though, because that was Hella's gimmick from the previous movie, because Taika Waititi wanted to use Gore in that movie but couldn't. Because Marvel wouldn't let him. Yeah, whatever.
They let you use Gore for this one, though?
I don't know. I guess because they gave him more cachet on this one, but yeah. I will say this. Let's also address this. I think is the last one. Do we get a taste of things to come regarding the Guardians of the Galaxy? No, the motherfuckers are literally just there to drop Thor's ass off.
I was going to say, we don't know what's going to happen with them. They were just trying to get away from that motherfucker.
Yeah, basically the whole purpose of the Guardians in this movie is they just want to get the fuck away from Thor. They are basically they are taking this dude back to just dropping his ass off back in New Asgard and trying to get the fuck away from him. They are over his shit and all the fuckery that this motherfucker has been getting up to. You can't see it right there in that shot, but he laid waste to an entire civilization's religious monuments. You don't see him because he deleted them. And they are literally this. Matter of fact, the shot, even this shot right here, the one we talked about, said, oh, there's got to be somebody else there in that shot. This is actually one of the rare times in MCU history where they did a shot like this that had a lot of dead space. That really was just dead space. There was nothing there. There was no one else there. That was it. That was the shot. But that said, I thought we got more right than what we got wrong. We predicted a fair chunk of this movie.
I didn't expect Tooth Gnasher and them to make me laugh every time I heard that damn scream.
Oh, no. Actually, Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder, those are my favorite. Other than Jane, they're my favorite part of the movie. Because every time you see the motherfuckers, all you hear is, ah! That's all you hear every time.
For all of the Soulsborne people that are going to listen to this, if you've ever played Bloodborne and you have the DLC and you fight the Orphan of Kos,
yes,
and that scream it does after every attack, that's what I kept hearing every time those goats were on the screen, and I bust out laughing every time.
Yeah. Oh, no. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. They were hilarious, though. Like I said, they were some of the MVPs. They were the unsung heroes of the film. But yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, like I said, I didn't hate the movie. I just didn't love it. I think the movie is just fine. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is.
I see people asking in the chat, did one of us say something about Beta Ray Bill?
No, someone else did. Someone else brought up Beta Ray Bill, that he was going to be in the movie, and I was like, nah, if he was, we would have known by now. So whoever said Beta Ray Bill, no. No Beta Ray Bill. No BetaRay Bill.
With all the funny stuff they did in this movie, I would have hated to see Beta Ray Bill in this. Because I feel like every running joke would have been how long his face is or something.
Yeah, no, they'd have done that.
I think that's the low-hanging fruit they would have went for, and I'm just happy. I'm happy that Bill was nowhere near this movie.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad myself. Let's get into some questions before we move on to the boys. Let's get into we got some super chats here. The Elite X1 with the $5 super chat says, my biggest issue is gore needed more screen time, plus actually being shown killing gods to balance out that they had too much comedy for such a serious villain. No, I agree, 1000%. Some of Gore's best work is done off camera. Like, Carter, you remember the shot that me and you gushed about from the teaser? Was it I forget the gods. I think it was like Falagar or Flanagar or something like that. But the god, one of the gods that Gore kills. That this is actually a shot from the comics. It was recreated from the movie. It's so cool. It's such a good shot. And yet, and oddly enough, in the same scene, we find out Sif is in the movie. Sif is laying damn near dead on the ground. Come to find out, she's not actually dead. And even though she says that she's dying, she doesn't even actually die. We see her at the end of the movie training. I think she's working with Heimdall's son, who actually I didn't realize was going to play as big of a role in this movie, which is just crazy to think about.
Let me ask you this real quick, and we can get right back to questions.
Yeah.
Did you like how they just kind of whatever Thor's click Sif and their words in the movie, the other guy and the other guy and the other guy. Did that
some
kind of
guy
hurt you a little bit?
You know what? It didn't, because the movie, since after Thor: The Dark World, they pretty much treated the Warriors 3 as if they ain't shit. And when they came to Thor Ragnarok, Taika Waititi basically let us know he didn't give a fuck about either one of them. Matter of fact, to the point that one of them was recast and no one noticed. Because some of y'all might remember that the guy that was playing him in, was it Thor Ragnarok? Not the same guy that had been playing him previously. And I think in the Thor: The Dark World, I think he played him there too. But the guy, what was it? It was Zachary Levi. The guy who plays Shazam. That's the guy who was it Fandral? One of the Warriors 3, the guy that caught it? Yeah, they don't give a fuck about the Warriors 3. And honestly, Sith has taken a major backseat since Thor: The Dark World. So I was like, y'all don't give a fuck about this character, so why should I? But I will say it was I thought it was interesting that they just kind of, whatever those dudes' names were. And Sif, just once she shows up, she just disappears for pretty much the rest of the movie. Missing an arm, mind you. I was kind of hoping maybe they would give her the destroyer arm, like give her like a destroyer arm like they gave to Thor in the comics. But no, they don't do that either. We got another one here from LJ Brown with the 449 pounds. Says Ern and Carter, we all know why them ladies were awake. Flick of the wrist. P.S. Carter, the buff ladies got you thirsty too. Hey, look, don't just say Carter, because I was checking Jane out too.
Not really. I was too busy looking at people's reactions every time the little
goats, the goat showed up.
We're not even the goats. The fucking love triangle between Mjolnir, Thor.
That was actually. I actually thought that was it was silly, but it did make me giggle when it happened, because it was just like that motherfucker sitting here reaching out. He's like, come to daddy, come to daddy. He's reaching for the hammer, and all of a sudden, Stormbreaker just kind of like, fuck you doing? Look, a mutual of ours might know what that feels like. You know what I'm talking about.
I just caught it.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Absolute Venom with the 499. Welcome back, brother. Says, so we're going to talk about Zeus catching a fat L and proving even today that the Greek gods ain't shit or ish. Oh, no, we talked about it. We brought it up. He caught it. He got... but here's the thing, though. He didn't die, but he got deleted. He got sent to the gulag. He didn't get killed, but he did get sent to the gulag.
Pretty much. He did. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, like here's the thing. He like, whereas like everybody was talking about that flick, but what they ain't talking about is like this whole part of his chest got blown open with his own thunderbolt, no less. I will say this. I liked Russell Crowe as Zeus, though. I actually did like him. I liked him as Zeus. And I know some people, I know you brought it up when I think you and I talked about it off to the side, but like how some people think that he sounded weird. That's how Greek people talk. That's how Greek people talk. It is what it is. When I went to Greece for like a couple of weeks, like several years ago, that was pretty much how a lot of the people who were like, Greek born, native there, that's just how they talked. The Greek accent is kind of a mix of Italian, which makes sense because they're not really terribly far from there. A little bit of Italian, and you could maybe say, you might get a little mix of like other, like maybe some Slavic countries, maybe, give or take. But yeah, a lot of Greek people, not all, but many of them talk that way. Excuse me. But that said, we got another one here from Jason Davis with a $5 super chat. Says, it's like there's a trend behind these Marvel properties and the flack they needlessly receive. I love this movie. Love, healing, maturity, change. Bring it. Like I said, I don't hate the movie. I don't love it either, but
yeah, that's your right. That's your right. You can enjoy something, but the thing is, people can not enjoy what you enjoy. Yeah, because somebody else was saying in the chat as well that like, I feel like you are not talking about how serious the movie was. Basically something along the lines of what Jason Davis was saying. Like, we're not giving them flack to give them flack, which is what it sounds like, but people can not like the things you like. It
doesn't invalidate your opinion. But, I mean, now, here's the thing. There are some things that are just indisputable facts. Case in point. Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek series. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Is that the one with the lady captain?
No, that's the one with the brother. Commander Cisco or Captain Cisco by the end of the series. Cisco, Black Jesus. No, it was from a thing I saw yesterday. There was a post that someone shared on Facebook that made me giggle because it was basically to the tune of, people talk about how everything's woke now. And someone was saying, oh, Star Trek is terrible because it's woke now. And then someone posted a meme saying that the main characters of Deep Space Nine include Black Jesus, a bisexual terrorist, a trans worm, a Dr. Twink with his boyfriend Fashion Lizard, a traumatized goo, a communist himbo, and a pro-union Irishman. Yeah, Star Trek has never been woke. And this was a show that came out in the 90s. Yeah, Star Trek is kind of always... Star Trek as a whole is woke. The entire premise of Star Trek is woke. They have universal health care. They have universal basic income. No one works anymore. They just do what they want. Just, no. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But no, but getting back to the whole thing. I don't feel like, any of the Marvel movies are getting woke or that they're, leaning in one particular... No. It's not woke to give people representation where otherwise they wouldn't have any. That's not being woke. It's just giving people representation. Like, I think I don't know. I always find it hilarious but when people bring that up. Because typically the people who say it are the people who get representation in everything. So, of course, they don't think they get representation. But moving along, but yeah, Absolute Venom with the 199 Super Chat says Gore was basically Voldemort with a sword. And see, that's kind of the reason why they didn't do what they did, or what a lot of people wanted them to do. Because honestly, that's pretty much what people were gonna say anyway. So they may as well have gone ahead and done it. But like the reason why they didn't give Christian Bale the no-nose face and the head tails, it was because they didn't want him to be conflated with Voldemort, and people still did it anyway.
Yeah, he wasn't Voldemort. He was powder. He was powdered with a sword.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give him that much.
He was Caucasian when the movie started.
Yeah, he actually was.
He didn't turn pale white until he got fucking necro sword.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and to be fair, if you go back to the comics, he's not exactly complete. He has a weird coloration in the comics before he gets the sword anyway, but it just, I don't know. It was interesting. I don't know. I feel like Gore was better serviced by being if a more serious, I'm not saying 100% serious, because I think that's kind of the problem with the Thor movies, is that they went the way of Thor Ragnarok because people hated how serious the previous movies were. And even Chris Hemsworth said he hated it. He got bored with it. And so they leaned the other direction. I think they need to find a happy medium. If they can find a happy medium, because Thor is a jokey, quippy character when he wants to be, even in the comics. He makes jokes all the time in the comics. He says funny shit. He can be funny. But the things he deals with usually aren't jokes or meant to be taken as a joke. Like, hell, here's the thing. Korg gets clapped in this movie, and they try and make you think he's going to die, and he doesn't. He's just a punchline for the rest of the movie. Extra with a $20 super chat says, peace and blessings, Blerd Co. I had to stop in and drop a little something into collection plate. It's rare that I get a Saturday off, so I'm out enjoying it. I'll catch the replay on Monday. Hey, we appreciate you, pimp. We appreciate you. And then we got another one, Ed in the Cave with the, oh wow, this is a fun one I never get to do, with the 1999 European Super Chat. We got one that says, it's not every day that I get to catch the Cave live, so here you have it. Watched Thor last night, and I've had the same issues. Wish Gore had more to do in the movie. Much love from Spain. Whoa! Hey. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Love from Spain. Good God. Ed in the Cave, we appreciate you. Thank you for that. And hopefully...
Shout out to Spain. I know they're having issues right now with everybody a bunch of people trying to move there, and they're trying to change stuff around and be like, get your ass on something.
Goddamn. I mean, but no, I swear, dude. It always amazes me when I learn where some of our viewers are. I was like, what? What? We out here like that? Oh man. Thank you for that, dude. Look, and that was the first. That was the first. I got to do a 1999 European super chat. There you go. We got Talali House here with a $2 super chat. Says, you survived. Your arms in Valhalla. Bruh, if they actually would have showed her arm laying on the side or wrapped around Heimdall's neck, I would have hollered. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have hollered. Carlos Johnson with 999 says, I wish they would have made Hercules the villain in the movie and found a serious director for God Butcher. I agree with everything you all said. It's a fun movie, and you have to remember the director. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, I went to this movie. You know how when the Transformers movies were coming out, and Michael Bay kept directing them, and everybody kept thinking eventually something was going to change? Michael Bay is what he does. That's what he does. There's only one movie I think I've ever seen that Michael Bay has directed that isn't like any other Michael Bay movie, and that's Pain and Gain. And that's really only because Pain and Gain is based on a true story. Which apparently even some of its weird moments were actually real. Somehow. But yes, the Elite X1 with the $2 super chat says, did I see Bast sitting in Omnipotent City? Yes, actually. Now here's the thing. We actually caught wind of that shot. We actually caught wind of that shot way early. It was actually, I think, in one of the teasers or trailers. Let me see if I can actually pull this shot up. Yeah, right here. There's Bast. Right there. That's another thing. Now we bring up Omnipotent City. That shit was actually kind of hilarious to me because you literally saw all the other gods that exist, in the universe, in the MCU, and I thought it was hilarious. They had a god of dumplings, which it was like, okay, they're just random and sundry gods. Some of them made no sense. Some of them did. It was what it was. I just accepted.
This does confirm that Boss is a whole freak, though, because Boss getting in on the orgies.
Oh yeah, no, because I thought that was hilarious. It was like, you are not invited to the orgy. I was like, bro. But no. That said, let's see here. We got another one here. Jason Davis said, $5. I should have specified. I meant more along the lines of how inclusive it is in properties, not just centering exclusively around. Oh yeah, no. I get where you were coming from. I was addressing the other side of it. That there are some people who are mad about the inclusion, and they'll be okay too. They'll be fine. They'll get over it. They have plenty of shows. I always say, go watch. If you are a white person, if you are of the Caucasian persuasion and you are angry, you feel disenfranchised, you feel as if your people are not being represented the way they deserve to be in popular media, just go watch anything from like before 2010. Go watch any movie or TV show before 2010, or if you want to watch something more recent, go watch a show like Vikings. Lots of white people in that TV show. But no, that said, let's move it on over. Let's move it on over to Them Boys. Them Boys season 3. Carter, you got to catch it, right? You got to catch Boys season 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, all right. The Boys season 3 finale. Episode 8. Real quick, this one I didn't want to spend much time talking about non-spoiler versus spoiler because I feel like more people have the capacity to watch this than to watch Thor Love and Thunder. Since it's at home and streaming. So we're just going to do like a very quick, I'm going to give a quick spoiler-free thought on it, and then we're just going to go straight to what's actually happening. So if you haven't seen it, just kind of tread carefully. I am also going to try and be good about going back and making chapters for this like I did with the last one. That said, Carter, what did you think about the season finale?
I should have just stayed home and watched this instead because this was great.
Really? Okay. I disagree.
Okay.
I don't think it was bad. I just didn't think it was great either. It was kind of middle of the road. And I'll you know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like they did some weird shit in this one that I think didn't need to happen. There were some focuses that were happening that I felt didn't need to happen. I kind of felt like the stuff with A-Train, they could have saved that for next season. They could have saved that for next season and spent more time on the shit I think people actually gave a shit about. Because I don't think anyone really cares about A-Train right now. At least I don't. I don't give a fuck about A-Train. Not just from more just from a character perspective. He's in a place right now where I just can't care for him. The stuff with the Deep, while it was brief, and he was used for comedic purposes as per usual, yeah. If he didn't show up in this episode, I wouldn't have cared either. The thing that got me, though, is with Maeve. Which, I guess, it shouldn't have surprised me, considering we've seen Stormfront get absolutely deleted and still show up in the next season. But I kind of felt like they undercut her story arc. Like, the whole story arc for Maeve since this season began was supposed to be about Maeve, finally, stepping up, doing the thing that, like, she wanted to do, but never had the courage to do. We saw her, like, she quit drinking, she was training on a regular basis, she was trying to get herself in shape so that she could, in fighting form, so that she could take on Homelander, because she knows she's not strong enough to beat Homelander. She knows that he's stronger than her, so she had to get better. And, she has this huge arc where she has to make a choice about whether to take Homelander down or to do the right thing, which technically was also the right thing as, just taking Homelander out. But it was one of those situations where, like, they actually gave her some real stakes. And they put her in a situation where, man, this could be the moment that, she actually gets the hero's death. She dies the hero's death. And no, that doesn't happen. They do some weird after they like The Boys has always done. They kind of show shit happening, like the epilogue, pretty much. They do a rundown of shit, and basically, we learn that she's not dead. She gets to go right off into the sunset with her girlfriend. That's cool, but it just kind of seemed like such a tacked-on thing. Like, it would have, like, you see this woman literally fighting for her life against Homelander. I'm not even talking about getting the eye poked out and everything. She's actually putting paws on Homelander. She is beating this dude's ass against all odds, and she eventually yanks Soldier Boy's ass out a goddamn window. But despite the explosion, despite everything else, they say, no, she survived. Despite being depowered, she still, like, in the case of Soldier Boy, which, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Soldier Boy does not die. He will be back.
I did like that they, which I was wrong on.
Yeah, you were dead set they were going to kill his ass.
That's what, and it really surprised me that they didn't. And they basically just put the toy back in the box.
Yeah.
To possibly be used at some other point. But Maeve falling out the window of Vought and somehow miraculously landing on a pile of garbage that was apparently super soft. It must have been that that sleep number garbage.
Yeah. You know what it was? It was the Sleep Number folks. They had just dumped a bunch of defective Sleep Number beds.
Yeah,
mattresses.
Maybe she landed on one of them purple mattresses.
Yeah, it was just a full stack of them, and she just landed Well, here's the thing, because here's the thing that I didn't like about that. And the reason why some people might think I'm being a little too harsh about this, but here's the thing. The reason why I didn't like it is because it made no sense. Okay, in the case of Stormfront, she survived getting damn near vaporized, but she still had her powers. Soldier Boy's power nullified her power. She shouldn't have survived. She really shouldn't have. But they wanted to have a happy ending. They didn't want to end on such a dour note, because this show does end on a very dour-ass note. This season, at least. I just didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. Like here's the thing. For the same reasons that I didn't like how they downplayed what happened with Jane. Like in her journey in Thor Love and Thunder. Like that it just kind of took a backseat to everything else that was going on. I kind of felt the same way about this. I was like, dude, Maeve shouldn't have survived that. She should have went out a hero.
Oh, I agree with that.
And
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Like honestly, I found like that moment. I don't like using the word cringe, because I think saying the word cringe or saying things are cringe is cringe. But this is one of the few times I'll say it. That shit was cringe as fuck. I didn't care for it, not one bit.
I wouldn't say cringe. I would tell you to be an adult and not a boomer and just say what it is. That was some old bullshit.
Yeah, no, it was some old bullshit, because I mean, here's the thing. Otherwise, I thought they did a great job. They set up a huge brawl for it all, the fight for all the marbles between like this was like some WWE shit. This was for real, like some straight up WWE Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, this was literally Royal Rumble.
This is what it was. You literally had this fight where Maeve, Butcher, Soldier Boy pull up to take down Homelander, but the stakes change who's fighting who, because Homelander now has his son with him, which Butcher is attached to. So you had that whole thing going on, which, by the way, fuck that kid. That kid, I'm sorry. This kid is the reason why that Michael Jordan meme exists. Dude, fuck them kids. Get that kid the fuck out of here, man. I don't like that little that. You know what? This kid, and I'm not trying to downplay the seriousness or the severity of mass shootings, but this kid looked like somebody that would do a mass shooting. I'm just going to put that out there. This kid you would see would come in with the AR-15s, walk into school, shoot up the whole school, and everybody trying to say, oh, but he was a fine young man. Which, I mean, to be fair, that's kind of the commentary that Eric Kripke is going with here. And I thought it was funny. There were so many people that were saying, like, only The Boys is doing smart commentary that's not just, smashing it in your face like everybody else does. No, they do it too. Like, it's just, here's the thing. They are hyper obvious about their social and political commentary. It's all over the show. And it's been all over the show since day one. It's not artsy the way they do it. They do it the same way everybody else does. I think people just give it a pass because they really like the show. The thing is, they literally smash you in the face with that shit. Like, it's very obvious. Because someone tried to tell me, oh, they're doing it so sly and so smartly. No, they're not. The only people who would think that are people that they're making fun of. The people that they are making fun of probably think that.
When I heard when the guy threw whatever he threw, like a drink or something.
Oh, it was a bottle. Yeah, it was a bottle.
Yeah,
yeah.
When I heard a random motherfucker scream "libtard," I said, "Oh."
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right. I was like, this is.
And I'm gonna ask you this because I'm looking at the chat, but the Elite X1 is asking, Ernie, do you hate this kid as much as the kid from The Strain? I've never seen that show.
Oh no, this kid. Ooh, you know what? The only reason I'm gonna say I hate the kid from The Strain more is because that kid had more time to fuck shit up. There's a little spoilers for a show that's been out for 5 ever. Anyway, in The Strain, there's a little ass boy. Who is? Let me see if I can pull this kid up, because you'll think the same thing about this kid that I think about this other little fucktard child. Let's see if I can find him. Let's see if I can find him. Yeah, because I think at one point they changed the casting of the kid, and he just wound up becoming a far worse character. Let me see if I can find this. No, that's not it. Here it is. I found it. There it is. There's the old chap. This motherfucker right here. This kid looked like he just shot up a school. Lord, I can't stand that child. That little boy, I was like, ooh. I was like, somebody need to whip his ass. Period. On everything. On God. Somebody need to kill this poor child. He fucked it up for everybody. But no, but yeah, as far as the boys being like gripping, biting commentary that's so smart that no one catches it unless they're tuned in, no, it's obvious as fuck. The Boys is too obvious. Like, okay, case in point. Remember last season, Carter, when Victoria Newman first showed up and everybody was like, oh, yeah, she's a woman of the people. Everybody loves her. You know who she was supposed to be, right? You know she was a commentary on, right?
Mm-mm.
AOC. She was commentary on AOC. She was supposed to be that grassroots activist politician out there.
Okay.
That was basically they were basically trying to hit people on that note.
Okay.
But with everything that just happened, Lord have mercy. Because that was one of the things I thought by the end of the episode. I was like, wow, hadn't seen Victoria around. And then next thing you know, I was like, oh, that's why. Because now this heifer is going for the office. Going for the big office, the oval one. I will say, there's a lot of... everything else I thought was fine. There were some other, there were some other moments in there I thought were pretty cool, but on the whole, I didn't love this season finale as much as everybody else did. I thought it was just okay. Which, to be fair, I kind of feel like The Boys has a history of. I feel like maybe I need to go back and rewatch the previous 2 season finales, but I kind of feel like the season finales are usually just kind of like, oh, okay, see y'all next year.
All right, so let me say this real quick, because I think a few people in chat may have gotten what I said wrong, or they may not have understood what I meant.
Okay.
When I said that I like this finale, I meant in regards to walking out of Thor Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
The episode as a whole, it was fine. It was cool. The rant from Frenchie, that was cringe.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That
was cringe.
That was
very.
Cringe. It wasn't. It just wasn't delivered well. I feel like I didn't have a problem with what he was saying. I just felt like it wasn't delivered well.
The stuff with the
Kimiko thing towards the end too, I didn't care for either.
Stop. Look at that super chat we just got.
Here, let me see. Bruh. Hold on a damn minute. Bruh. Hold up. Wait, hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Dude, do we literally have one of the goats out here coming in hot with a $200 super chat? What in the actual fuck? Bruh.
Well, okay then.
What the hell? Big John in the house. What the
No, you
fuck?
didn't. No, you didn't. Sorry, Big John. No, you
I'm
didn't.
not gonna call him
Big
Little John. What the fuck, bruh? I might need a moment. Hold on. Look, wait, where's my...
So I will say, while he's wiping the sweat, that reveal of the vice president nomination for her was pretty good, calling back to why Homelander had Deep kill the other guy. Yes, because
yes,
I would agree with that. Just because it was like you said earlier, Ernie, you kind of forgot about Victoria because of everything else that was going on. And I know that the Deep said that's sort of treason, but the political stuff you kind of put in the back of your head with Bobby Singer and stuff like that. So
yes,
I completely forgot about that girl. And I think wasn't she in the previous episode when she tried to talk crazy to Homeland and he stop it.
Well,
stop
yeah,
it
they ended up coming to an accord. They ended up coming to an accord of some sort. I don't know what, like, they're whether they're working together is another story, but they're definitely aligned. But yes, no, that, like, honestly, when they did the whole thing with the Deep killing the guy that I guess would have been running for vice president, I forget the guy's name, but I didn't see that. I wasn't sure where they were going with that. I thought they were just like, I actually, like, okay, so before the reveal of, you know, what was even really going on there, I thought they were gonna go get the other dude, Bobby from Supernatural. I thought they were gonna get him. I did not, under any circumstances, I did not expect them to go that route.
I'm hoping we're gonna get more with her and her daughter next season because she injected her daughter with actual compound.
Yeah, with actual compound V, yeah.
And we never heard or saw anything else after that. So,
no, we didn't. We didn't get any kind of anything. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they're gonna go with that. But that said, though, dude, John Campaign, thank you, dude. I'm blown away by that. Good Lord, that is not the name or face I expected to see. I did not expect it. So, dude, thank you. I would tell people to go check out your YouTube. I don't think you need anybody from me. You probably already got them, but if you don't,
there's too many people in here right now, like saying, "Holy shit, that good Canadian lad, John Campion." Like,
yeah, I'm like, bruh, thank you, Jesus, dude, I appreciate that on like the highest level of appreciativity. Just gonna leave that up there for the time being. Yeah, so we're just gonna leave it up there because I'm not gonna change it. Hey, thank you. Hey, look, big fan, big fan. But yeah, we're just gonna leave that up there. I just that's a flex on my part. I'm just that's a flex that I'm gonna pretend I'm not trying to flex for. T1000 said Rob, Dope Spill, John Campion. Said who next? Obama? I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Can I tell you something I forgot about?
What's that?
When it pertains to characters from The Boys, and this episode actually reminded me, and then somebody in chat just said it, and I completely forgot about it. Starlight.
Okay, go ahead, shoot. What you got?
The way the episode was going, I thought it was going to be super depressing, and I thought that girl might very well, because the show is trying its best to stray away from the book as much as it can in some kind of wiggle room.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what was going to happen to her, and for her to kind of drop Soldier Boy, I completely forgot how her powers worked. So the fact that this brother just turned on every light in the house, which a black mama will whoop your ass for doing, by the way. Turned on every light in the house, and she got a character buff. Like, this is an RPG for real.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was funny because that was one of the things I didn't think about until like right around the time it was happening. I forgot that, like, I was like, oh yeah, she absorbs light to empower herself. So yeah, that makes sense. But I did find it funny that when they locked her ass up, it was like, no, shut the breaker off. We don't want her they had to use cell phone light. They use cell phone light. Oh, goddamn. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm into it. I'm in. Like I said, it wasn't like the worst thing I'd ever committed my eyes to, but it definitely, there were some parts I was just like, I don't know. I will say though, I did the ending. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the last part. So yeah, if you had any doubt, in your mind that Homelander, was an analog, like he's a stand-in for Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, number 45. If you didn't get that in the last few episodes, well, you should probably have it now. Okay, and some people probably won't understand what I'm talking about here. So remember, this was last season. This is actually a shot from last season. This isn't the shot from this season. Last season, there was a moment, oddly enough, where he was standing next to Victoria Newman. And he had a moment where he imagined laser-eyeing people in the crowd who were criticizing him. This is a callback to that, where he laser eyes someone, like as you said earlier, the guy threw the bottle at his son. And yeah, he laser eyes the guy. Like he lets loose. And this isn't like a in his head thing. Like, cause I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, this is just in his head. And it was like, no, he did it.
And in this instance, in all honesty, I think if there are any fathers in here, any soon-to-be parents, big brothers, big sisters, if you see somebody do that to someone close to you, whether it's a child, little brother, little sister, things like that, you would react the same way. So yeah, I think several people looked at that like, I would have done the same thing. And I think when it comes to Ryan, that's when Homelander isn't really a bad person, almost.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Oh, that's my alarm to take some medicine. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, no, carry on.
Well, I was just saying, like, that was one of the reasons I loved that his son was on the season, because that's one of those moments where we see the more dramatic side of Homelander, and that says a lot about Anthony Starr's acting chops.
Yeah,
and
no, he's good.
This brother, like, I never would have thought that this is the dude from Banshee.
Yeah, no, but this is him. This is him.
And it's great because so many other people are saying the same thing. They love the show. They have their character, but the one constant that everyone goes back to is this brother needs some kind of award or something.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. Anthony Starr is acting his ass off. I take nothing away from that. He's like, honestly, he's the best part of the show to me. A lot of the time, he is the show. Like, honestly, that's why I wasn't surprised that they didn't, because why would they kill him off? The dude's too good. The dude's a license to print money in regards to, The Boys. What I did like, speaking of, what I also did like is, I don't know if it sounded like I said I didn't, but I did like that we saw Todd again. And I don't have the shot, but basically, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, this character right here, Todd, the guy that is the Mother's Milk's ex-wife is now with. And he's at the rally, and he's basically the one that incites the whole cheering for Homelander after he kills the dude. Now, here's the reason why, and once again, I'm not saying that I wouldn't probably do the same. If someone threw a bottle at my baby girl's head, I don't care if she got superhuman strength, durability, and all that shit. I'd probably laser eye him too. But that's the thing, though. I'm not the character. I'm not the hero. I'm not the person in the story. That was a moment where, and some of you may or may not remember this. This is Eric Kripke basically going back to something Donald Trump actually said at one of his rallies, where he said, "I could literally go out and kill someone right now, and no one would." Not a single, like, he's like, because he was talking about, like, the fake news media, how he could go.
I saw someone else say the same thing. Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's
this
where
was,
that came from.
For those who don't remember, this was a thing that he said at a rally. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but he basically said, yeah, I could go out, I could shoot, so-and-so right now, and not a single judge would convict me. And that's basically what that was a callback to. That was what that was supposed to be in light of, and how the people cheered for him. How Trump could go out and literally say any crazy, dumb, cockamamie, straight up, something that would literally get anyone else thrown in a loony bin for. And, like, anyone else would be thrown to Arkham Asylum. And everyone cheered. Everyone cheered. People were, like, you notice how people didn't really know how to respond at first. But then one person started clapping and cheering, and then because they wanted to wait. They wanted to be validated. They wanted to make sure everyone else was on the same page as them. No one wanted to step out of line, because what if he laser eyes me? But the thing is, yeah, we're getting to that point where, and I don't think they'll go this far, but part of me wonders if, when we get to the next season, because, Victoria, she's in there's VP, what if Homelander, people start saying, hey, Homelander, you should be our president. And they start going that route. I wouldn't be shocked. But I think that's when everything is going to start falling apart. But yeah, that's,
Joshua B1 just put it in the chat. He said, I could shoot someone on 4th Avenue and not be convicted. I never knew that.
Yeah, no, that was the thing. He actually said that. That was an actual thing that Trump said, and everyone cheered. Everyone cheered. And yeah, I saw someone else brought up Noir. Someone else brought up Noir. Yeah, that was a thing too. The whole thing with Black Noir this season, which was heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. It was very sad, and just, I was like, okay, well, we got him. They got him. All right.
I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting Black Noir to catch it.
Oh, no, the second he said he knew, when he told the truth and said he knew, like when Homelander said, I know when you're lying, even though you don't talk, like he's like, 'cause I can still see your face under the mask.
And you know what? I'm happy you brought that up, because a lot of people, because after I finished the episode, I watched a few people's reactions to it, and a lot of people forgot, like, that this is Homelander is still supposed to be Superman, y'all. Right. A lot of people forgot that he had the X-ray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can, just like how he can laser eye folks, he can X-ray eye them too. He can look people up and down and see what's going on underneath if he wants to. And yeah,
he talked about how he could see the crooked smile and the scar and stuff like that. So a lot of people completely forgot that. And with that being the case, because I saw a few people asking about it in chat, but I kind of removed their comments about it, because I feel like that could potentially be a spoiler or something down the line. But I mean, the show's been out, or the book has been out for ages. And
you're talking about the deal with
clone.
Yeah. Originally, Black Noir was a clone of Homelander.
Well, a lot of people are saying, well, you think they're going to do that for the next season? I doubt it, because now that we're incorporating that he can see through the mask.
Yeah,
That's not as likely. That's not as likely.
We also got a $2 super chat says Jason from Jason Davis. OMG, if Grace Randolph was here. I don't think Grace Randolph likes me very much.
I was gonna say she better not go back and watch. Never mind.
She doesn't like me very much. Neither here nor there. It is what it is. It's just a thing we all accept. But no. So he does have regeneration. He does have regeneration, but I mean, honestly, regeneration can only take you so far. Maybe he comes back, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I mean,
if he does, it'd be cool to see them cartoons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also the way the cartoons kind of sent him off, which, dude, I never thought I would see something of that magnitude in the first place. Jesus Christ. But yeah, he does have regeneration. I don't know why he still had the scars. I always thought that was a strange and unusual thing. But yeah, there's a lot going on there. But yeah, as far as everything else goes, yeah, it was fine. It was a fine episode. I'm not mad that I saw it. I'm not mad or angry that I saw it. You know what? Let's go ahead. You know what? I think it's that time. Let's get into a Carter. Do you have a recommended read for the week?
I'm gonna pull a you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna recommend a book to read. I'm gonna recommend something for people to watch.
Okay.
It is a short film. It is a short fan film that came out this week called Legend. This was a Dragon Ball Z fan film that took a brother 4 years to finally put together. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Ernie, but I
haven't watched it yet, but I know what you're talking about.
It's been making the rounds, and man, and it's one of those things where it was so good. Now people are clamoring for it to be an actual series, which let's just appreciate this. What we got for what it is. But if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, I think you're gonna really enjoy this film. This is
what he's talking about here. Yeah. The champ is here. Legend, a Dragon Ball tale.
Yeah, the animation was so good. It reminded me of if you saw the recent Dragon Ball Super Broly movie when they were fighting in the snow, kind of how the animation almost looked Studio Ghibli like almost. Yeah. It almost has that animation style, but it was a really really cool fan film. I will link it in the chat for you all now. I see Shadow Strider asking for it, so yeah, I will link that in the chat for you all. But yeah, that's gonna be my recommended for sure. It's only like 10 or 11 minutes, but that is a damn enjoyable 10 or 11 minutes. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Ernie? What do you recommend?
My recommended this week is going to be Dark Crisis, number 2 of 7. Which is, I know, odd, right? I'm recommending a DC book. I actually like this one. This was I like Dark Crisis number 1 was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. I don't really have a problem with many DC books. I just don't find all of them terribly interesting. Not enough to talk about on the channel, at least. But Dark Crisis I've actually been keeping up with, and it's actually been somewhat enjoyable because they actually did the thing. They did the thing that I like, and it's in regards. To be fair, if you're reading Deathstroke Incorporated and you're reading this, it all just gets kind of weird and crazy. But you just kind of have to go with it. But basically, they have the big dukaroo between Deathstroke and Nightwing. And it goes about the way one would expect, especially after Nightwing has, gotten the brakes beat off him and blown up damn near. Also, remember how we kept talking about how Black Adam just kind of dismissed that Justice League squad? Well, he's back now. He's back now.
I like how he was just so fine. I'll do it.
Well, and I also thought, I even love how he even kind of walked back when he said, like, he said, oh, if you had Nightwing, maybe I'd ride with you. But he's like, nah, Nightwing got clapped too, so I got to do it myself. But I actually like that they showed John stepping up and against what I would consider a top 10 Superman villain. I also liked how we know a little bit more about why Slade is working with Pariah, and I liked how even in the moment that Slade looked like he was about to lose, everybody's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, all the other villains like, bruh, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
That Lazarus Pit did something to him, because I've never seen, and I don't know if you were reading it prior to
talking about Shadow War?
I think it was
like the last thing that came out before.
Or something along those
lines. Yeah, that was Shadow War. I haven't gone all the way through it, but yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, basically, he caught it, and he was put in a Lazarus Pit, and then the Lazarus Pit went black, and now well, I don't want to spoil it for people, but he doing what he doing in Dark Crisis, because originally he was going to help him in his own way. He was going to help the heroes, but I've personally never seen a Lazarus Pit turn black. Like, you just came from playing with your friends and you got in the tub and you got that brown ring around.
Oh, I mean,
but yeah, this is Slade right now. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I'm about to say this ain't Deathstroke. It's Slade. This Teen Titan Slade, he don't give a damn.
When I tell you, I read this issue when he was talking, and I heard Ron Perlman. Let me tell you something.
Bruh, I did too. I was like, ooh. I was like, man, can we get like, I would actually love it if we got like you know how everybody's always clamoring for more, like a continuation of that original Teen Titans cartoon. If they ever did, like, DC, the DC AU, they always do stuff like that. If they did one like that, but like brought back Ron Perlman as a Deathstroke, I would holler. Potion, you ain't shit. So why? Because
do you know what that's about though?
What? No, what is it?
Okay.
You are muted.
Yeah. So
okay, there you
go. That goes back to
earlier.
It goes back to when we were talking about Heimdall being in Valhalla. Mm-hmm. If you all didn't know this, Idris Elba rapped. And there's a song with Idris Elba you can look up on YouTube called "Cause I Can."
Mm-hmm.
That is fire.
Oh yeah.
Go watch it. Go enjoy your ear. Let your ears get some ear food for yourselves.
Look, let Luther hook y'all up. Let Luther hook y'all up. But Conway Burke Dog with the $4.99 super says, going through a lot right now. Thank you guys for keeping me entertained. Sorry, I was like, hey, no, brother. Hey, we hope that everything is okay. I hope everything gets better. Like I said, just keep your head up. And like I said, hopefully we see you through this, come out the other side. And, man, hey, look, take care of yourself. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. That said, no, we didn't forget about Black Noir. We talked about him. I think you missed it.
Yeah, well, we just finished talking about him.
We just finished talking about him like a little bit ago. We literally talked about how he got clapped. In the whole X-ray vision thing. But no, so that said, let's get into questions from the Discord. Let's get into that real quick, because I'm hellbound and determined to not have another 3-hour show. This one from Rough Rider says, was I the only person who wanted to see Homelander's dad and son turn him face? A little finesse, and Butcher is the guy who introduced you to your daddy when everyone you knew was lying to you. Also, my cousin moved to Osaka in 2003 and been there ever since. A direct quote is, maybe when my youngest kid graduates. Hey, look, it could be a thing.
I'm telling you, and it's funny that Poshi is in here because he was who I was having that conversation with. I'm telling you, I go to Japan, man, Blerd is gonna be hard to hell, dude, because I don't know how good Japan internet is, man.
No, they're if I'm not mistaken, I think they actually have better internet infrastructure than we do.
I was gonna say, I hope we don't have to go back to those old Blerd Cave days where you just had to find a picture real quick. For
Hey, I mean, look, it is what it is. But no, I honestly, I don't want to see Homelander turn. I don't want to see Homelander turn face. I don't want to see that.
No, I like the little bits of humanity they do show, and then when he goes right back to it, it shows he could be a good person when he wants to.
But on the whole, he's done more bad than he's ever done any good. Like there's no Earth in the multiverse that I would want to experience where he's a good person all the time. I mean, maybe one just for, shits and giggles. But Jay Dizzle says, I feel embarrassed to ask this after reading comics for as long as I have, but I got a question about Professor X. Is he considered an Omega level telepath? And if so, is he considered the strongest telepath? No. Okay, so here's the thing. Right now, of the Omega level mutants in existence right now, Xavier is not an Omega level mutant. Despite that, he's still considered by some people to be the strongest telepath or one of the strongest telepaths in the universe. That's something that still gets thrown around. It's weird because technically speaking, and I think I actually even addressed this in a recent video for X-Men Red. And here, I'll pull this up just because I like having these things ready. So right here, we got a readout of all of the Omega level mutants as of House of X #1. There are more now, but Xavier was not on this list. It was actually Marvel Girl, Jean Grey, who is considered an Omega level telepath, as is Quentin Quire. Now, it's not this...
Yeah, I know what I'm going to say. I thought that was all... I thought he was Omega, but Jean was still top dog.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, he's not considered... They used to kind of talk about it like he was. Because, I mean, you think about some of the things he can do. There's certain things he's done that Jean can't even do. Or Jean has to struggle to do. So, I think he is... Here's the thing. While he is not listed officially, just like how there's some other mutants who aren't listed officially, like right now, Sync is considered an Omega level mutant. In this same page right here, they talk cash money shit about how Forge isn't an Omega level technopath, but in the recent issue of X-Men Red, Magneto puts respect on his name and says that he is. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know.
All right, X team need to have a conversation, and this should not differ from book to book. Y'all pulling some DC stuff now. Y'all need to come together. Y'all need to come on now.
Look, Hickman ain't been gone 6 months, and they already fucking it up.
Johnny Cates was on here talking about how you all have those little Marvel little meetups, and everybody has little conversations. Retreats. Yeah, retreats. Thank you. Y'all need to retreat y'all asses somewhere and agree on some things.
I mean, now, once again, the thing with Forge, I feel like that's just them, like, upgrading him. Because he has done a lot of crazy shit since House of X #1. Also could be in reference to some of the shit just recently happened in X-Force. He got his cheeks spread wide open by Cerebrax. So maybe he's coming back with a vengeance. But you never know. But yeah, I feel like he is the strongest telepath just based on the fact that there's so much he can do that we haven't... Other telepaths, we haven't seen them do. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, once again, it's not to say that, other telepaths can't be quite as strong. I feel like maybe we haven't seen him progress his power any. I think that's why he's not considered an Omega level telepath, because he's technically hit the ceiling of what he can do, while others haven't. I think that is a more accurate statement. But LJ Brown says, Ernie and Carter, did you see the last Ronin fan trailer? What obscure comic would you like to get this treatment? I didn't see that, but I'll have to look it up. But as far as on
what planet was last Ronin obscure?
Well, I mean, it is technically obscure just by terms that, honestly, outside of hardcore Ninja Turtles fans, I never hear anyone talk about it. That tends to make things obscure. For normies.
Wild. For normies. No, that's wild. I heard about that shit a lot up here. Actually.
Yeah. Like people who are like really into Ninja Turtles, they know about it. But I know a lot of people who don't. Like I've talked to some people who are like, what? Like when the trailer for the new Rise of the Ninja Turtles things coming to Netflix, when they did the whole future thing and they showed the turtles being older, I saw someone talking about like, oh dude, I wish they did something like this, like with other stuff. I was like, they have. It's called The Last Ronin, and they're like, huh? So yeah, some people just don't know. They don't know sometimes. But as far as what I would like to see obscure, well, technically one of my favorite things did, Radiant Black, which is a current Image comic. It got something like that. They did a in cooperation with Image Comics, they made a short that showed Radiant Black going up against another superhero from his universe that's like one of the older heroes. Which I thought was pretty cool, and it's pretty awesome. I think it was in they have a QR code for it if you go pick up the 15th issue of Radiant Black, and it's on YouTube. You can find it. It's not hard to find. Okay. But
so if I gotta talk about something obscure,
they gotta put that shit on HBO Max. But no, I mean, Brian Michael Bendis's Big Hard Sex Criminals. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, you know what? Wicked and Divine. That's what I would want to see. I want to see somebody do something like Wicked and Divine, like do like a short of that. That would be cool. For those who aren't familiar, Wicked and Divine by Kieran Gillen. Really good book. Really good book.
I'm shocked you didn't say Die.
Die would be another one, but since we're getting a Dungeons and Dragons movie, I kind of just gonna let that one go. We also got one from Urban Prince Strong Style says, greetings, Blerd and Carter. Question of today is, should the new Spider-Man trilogy be focused on new villains like Hobgoblin, Kraven, Scorpion, and the Big Wheel? Y'all can leave Big Wheel at home, but yeah, Big Wheel can stay home, but yeah, I would like for them to focus on new villains. It's kind of what I was wanting for this trilogy, but then which they did pretty good about until they got to No Way Home. They're like, nah, bring all the old folks back. But no, that's what I wanted. I wanted people like Kraven, villains we haven't seen. Bring in Mr. Negative. Yeah, put Scorpion in there. I would love to see a Scorpion pull up. I would even like to see a different version of Rhino, like a more comics accurate version of Rhino.
That was so bad. It was so bad.
I mean, I'm just saying he can stay home.
No, I'm talking about the Rhino we did get.
Oh yeah, no, that was terrible. But yeah. Bitch, that all these years of Gene's still the strongest telepath mutant. That's wild. I've always felt Xavier. Well, here's the thing. Xavier is strong, but here's the thing. Gene, and these are over more recent developments. Gene was able, like, okay, so here's the thing. If you read House of X number 3, 4, those two specific issues when they go on the suicide mission, the whole reason why the stakes were a little bit higher was because Xavier couldn't communicate with them once they got out to where they were in space. And Charles even said himself, he's like, I'm not able to reach my telepathy can't reach that far. However, when everything shit the bed and Jean was trying to escape and all those robots caught up with her ass, she was able to reach Charles, even though he technically wasn't able to reach her. Like, she was able to stretch her telepathy so far that she could send a message to Charles to let them know that they had succeeded, but no one was going to make it back. So Charles can't do that.
Only thing Omega Charles Xavier is doing right now is walking. That boy using the hell out them legs.
Oh yeah, no, he got them good. Well, because at first he was using Phantom X's body. He was still in the Phantom X body from what was it, Astonishing X-Men? Mm-hmm. And then when he got clapped in X-Force number 1, that dude, he got a new body back. That's why, like, remember, because he was swole. And Hal's vexed. I'm like, dude, why is Xavier so swole? It's like, because that's not his body. But when he died, he went back to being skinny-ass Xavier. But I think you could make a case for Xavier's powers getting upgraded because he did hear the cry of his daughter Xandra psychically. Which, I mean, technically it was a failsafe they put in to let the Oracle of the Super Guardians know that something had happened to her. But since it was a telepathic message, Charles caught it, and that message was supposed to go, shoot out to as far enough to reach anyone who would need to receive it. And Charles was able to receive it, even though technically you could tell he was getting the nosebleed that all Omegas are getting right now. I think there's something to that. The last, every time we start seeing, some Omegas do something now, they start getting nosebleeds now. So I think that they probably are about to upgrade him to Omega pretty soon.
Maybe it's just hot over there, man.
It might be.
You know about that in the summertime, man.
Yeah, hey, love it in the summertime.
Hey, the DVD queen, Gagokami, she loves your boy.
Gagokami. Oscar award-winning DVD streamer Go Cammy in the building. What's up, y'all? Y'all go check out my girl Go Cammy. She's awesome. Also, and very, very good, clean, and wholesome. Just awesome. Just a good bean. Just nothing but good vibes and positivity all the time. Even when Pinhead is pulling that Fox News bullshit on her, she's still out here just being the best of us. But that said, let's get into questions from the chat. Let's get into chat questions. Let's do it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back here a little bit. Let's also switch the lower third. Bam, there we go. Let's see. Anyone here remember Black Star? Are you talking about the band, the rap group Black Star? Like Mos Def and Talib Kweli? Because I remember them. What is the Black Star? Is it the cat with the black shades, the black car? One of my favorite songs. Anyway, let's see here. I'm going back. What about Black Noir? He killed his own clone like he was nothing. Wait, huh?
What episode of The Boys were you watching?
I'm about to say, no, he didn't. Okay, so here's the thing. In the comics, yes, Black Noir is a clone of Homelander. In the show, no. Black Noir is a whole black man. I don't know what episode you missed or what show you was watching, but yeah, that's not the case. This is a whole other guy. Actually, he the way Homelander did him, he may as well be other guy. As in Blank Man. Let's see here. We got one. This is one from CT Cook with the $5 super chat. Says, how do you guys feel about Anthony Starr as Dr. Doom? I think he'd kill it. He probably would. Though I think he's better at playing people who are more unhinged than Dr. Doom would be.
Honestly, and this is going to sound weird,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want him as Doom because I want to see him.
Yes. Okay, that's the thing. Yeah, a lot. Anthony Starr is a visual actor. Like the looks here, I wasn't planning on going back to this, but here, we'll just do it anyway because, it's my show. I do whatever the fuck I want. Look at this face that I am about to pull up here. Look at that. Look how crazy this man looks.
That's such a random shot to pull up.
Look at you want to cover that face up? No, sir. Look at this face. Hold up. Look at that face. Look at that acting right there. Look at that visual acting right there. Here's another one. I ain't covering that up. Look at that face. Look at that man. You can tell that man is broken.
Well, that was the one thing I was going to bring up at the end when he went from yelling at Butcher to damn near in tears when Soulja Boy said, I wish I could have raised you, and then immediately just went back to angry.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see that. I don't want that behind a mask. I'm sorry.
No, I don't either. I don't either. I do not want that behind a mask at all. You know what? If you wanted to make him some other villain in the MCU, like another major big bad, I'd be in for it. I'd be in for a penny, in for a pound. But I wouldn't want him behind a mask. Like, I think a mask would do a disservice to what he could do. And honestly, I don't even think he has to be a bad guy. Like, earlier, we were talking about, just, who could play who could do this, who could do that. I mean, honestly, I think he could play even a good hero. Like, but maybe more like, the anti-hero type. Like, there were people out there who were like, want him to play like Wolverine. I could see him play Sabretooth. I would like to see him as like a Sabretooth, like get him on that Victor Creed shit, like we saw, especially the shit that they've been doing with him in the Victor Laval stuff. Lord have mercy. But yeah, so there's definitely that. Let's see, we got Azores Tiger Comic says, here it is. There. Since Namor is supposed to be Aztec now, that his god is sitting next to Boss on Thor Love and Thunder. So yes. They changed Namor's background because of the actor playing him. I believe it's Tenoch Huerta. He is the one that's going to be playing him, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be good and well out of line here. I'm actually going to pull this image up because I want to share it. This is what came up last week. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, once again, none of it's actually been hardcore confirmed, but I mean, some of it has been, so it's kind of like, yeah, this is probably the case. But yeah, they changed it, so I'm fine with it. I'm personally fine with it. I think it'll be just fine. I'm more interested in the actor that will be playing him, who is pretty solid actor all around. So, I mean, I'm into it. Especially since normally when we see him and stuff, he's usually kind of dad-bodding it. Not a knock against him. He's just not, walking around looking like Chris Hemsworth. But that's why I always say, yeah, anybody can get a fit body. It takes a good actor to be able to act. Let's see here. We got one from Gokon Shuri's baby's father says, after watching your latest video on Sabretooth and you saying the people might turn on the council, what if they actually happen? What if that actually happens? The storm and the Quiet Council, what if they actually storm the Quiet Council like January 6th? I mean, you know what? Honestly, while that is biting commentary, I wouldn't necessarily want to see that, but I could see something similar along those lines. But we do know right now, Xavier's not a popular person on Krakoa right now. He was already not a popular person on the Quiet Council. Now he is really not a popular person, period. People are starting to see him for who and what he really is. And, yeah. Oh, that's, what Mark Price brought it up. Going back to the conversation of who Anthony Starr could play in the MCU, yeah, he'd be a good Sentry. He'd be a perfect Sentry. I could see that motherfucker as Sentry. I actually really could. If anyone could make me give a fuck about Sentry, it would be him. There you go. Because honestly, to me, he's just white power Superman any other day of the week. Blonde hair, blue eyes, Superman. He is literally the Ubermensch, is what he is. He is literally what Hitler wanted to create. The Superman, the German version.
Could you imagine all the Krakoa being brought down by mole?
Bruh. Well, here's the thing. So, he jest, but honestly, if it were not for Mole going out there and putting the cape on for Sabretooth, he probably wouldn't have gotten out. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Mole is the one who brought the whole system down.
Like, look here. For y'all don't know who I'm, because some of y'all, I sometimes have to remember. Sometimes y'all may not know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about certain characters, in some of these books. But here, I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can, because I want y'all to see exactly who the fuck I am talking about.
And Cammy said she needs a link to that shirt.
Oh, wait, talk about which one? This one?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I will get it to you. I will get that to you. Don't you worry. I will get that to you. So here you go. So imagine Krakoa getting taken down by this dude.
Looking like a Smash player.
Look, right here, look, neck beard and all. This man is literally out here. He done brought the whole thing down. Look at this shit. He done brought it all down. He done wrote it all. So when they inevitably do the fall of X, the fall of Krakoa, blame this man. Blame that man. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's see here. Who win a fight? Homelander and Yamcha, my bad, Black Bolt. Look, y'all know Black Bolt would get bent over. Says Jace Davis said, moving to the south from the Pacific Northwest, and I'm stopping in Memphis tomorrow. Any recommended for places to eat? Ooh. So if you want a really solid dining experience, especially one where you get pampered, I'm gonna go tell you now, it's expensive, but Texas de Brazil is a really awesome place. It's one of those types of restaurants where they just bring you food, and like you see the dudes walking by, they got the skewers and the meats and everything on them, and they ask you like, hey, you gotta have a card that says yes or no, like the green or red, whether or not so they'll come to you. But that place is awesome. If you want the polar opposite, you want like a gourmet burger experience, Hop Daddy has become one of my new favorite places. I can't eat there as often because I'm trying to cut back on red meat. But
I didn't know there was a Hop Daddy in Memphis.
Yep, there's a Hop Daddy in Memphis. Do you remember where that On the Border was? Across from Oak Court Mall, or kind of across from where Oak Court Mall is? That's where it is now. That's where it is now. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's over there. Over there on Poplar. Texas de Brazil is downtown, so right near Beale Street, if you want to go there. I'm trying to think of some other places there. I'm just kind of blanking right now. If you want a solid like Mexican dining experience, please don't go to On the Border. That's Tex-Mex. But there's a chain of restaurants that I really like called La Casa Mexicana. It's become one of my favorite places to go. And I'm trying to think of some other places. I'm trying to think of some other really interesting dining experiences. Let's see. Ooh. I'm trying to think of... Oh, no. You know what? No. Because me and Carter talk about this shit too much. If you want to... because people always say, oh, I'm coming to Memphis. Where should I eat barbecue? Do not take your ass to Rendezvous. I bet not hear about you going to Rendezvous. Woo! Boy, you will get flamed if you come to Memphis and eat, and the only barbecue you eat is at Rendezvous. I will flame you. Woo, boy. Okay, so here's what you do. There's 3 places I'm going to recommend you go get barbecue from. Let's see here. And Elite X1, I got you. I'm gonna come back to yours here in just a minute. So first and foremost, I'm going to say Central Barbecue. That is one place I would definitely recommend you go to. That place is awesome. Also, I would also recommend you go to the Butcher Shop in Midtown Memphis. Really good barbecue.
Damn, I didn't know they got a butcher shop.
What, in Memphis?
Yeah,
Butcher Shop, dude, it's good.
I worked at the one in Little Rock.
What? Oh, see, you know what time it is. Carter know what time it is. I'm also gonna recommend another barbecue place you should definitely check out is I actually prefer this place over Rendezvous. Some people do, some people don't. I really like Corky's. I like Corky's barbecue. Corky's is great. And last but most certainly not least, if you just want one of the best motherfucking barbecue sandwiches you've never had in your life, you ain't never had pulled pork like this.
I swear to God.
If you better not let the sun set on your ass in Memphis and you ain't had a Tops barbecue sandwich. Lord.
My God.
I would slap the fuck out of somebody.
I
right
want to
now.
come home.
Dude, let me tell you something. You know what? I didn't show any Tops because I want to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you, Pimp. Most Tops barbecue places in Memphis kind of look like hole in the walls. They have some nicer ones now. Because they started putting them out like in Bartlett and there's one on Poplar over by Paradiso. Yeah, there's one there's one right up the street from Paradiso now.
What?
Yeah. You didn't think you'd ever hear that shit. They got one in Bartlett now. There's one in, you know where the Hollywood 20 theater is?
Yeah. Then you start saying this one on Germantown Parkway.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Dude, look at this shit. This is what Tops Barbecue be looking like out here. And some of them don't. This is actually a decent looking Tops Barbecue that's kind of in, not the hood, but it ain't in like the nicest of neighborhoods. But Tops Barbecue be looking like a whole ass trap for you to get your car jacked. But bro, let me tell you something. You ain't never had a pulled pork Sammy like that.
Hey, Cam ain't bullshitting. This is the most active barbecue review I've ever heard. I'm looking at questions in the chat right now. Po Sheep actually said something I didn't think about.
Yeah, what's that?
You know that I'm a big Sentry fan.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Anthony Starr being he'd be a great Sentry, but he said, but what role would Sentry play in the MCU that wouldn't feel forced?
Honestly, I think he'd have to be a bad guy first. That's just me. I think he'd have to be a bad guy first. He'd have to be a problem. He'd have to be something, because you got to think about it. I tell you what, you could do him as a good guy first, like, oh, he's the new hero in town. I wouldn't do that dumb shit they did in the MCU, not in the MCU, but in the Marvel Comics, where they made him like a hero everyone was made to forget about. I wouldn't do that shit. I'd have him be a new hero who turns out to be a whole problem later. Like, he wants to be a good guy, but he just does shit that, like, is kind of dark and twisted, and then you find out he's got he is the bad guy. But I would do it differently. I wouldn't make it where it's like, oh, it's two sides of the same coin. I would just make it where it's the power within him that makes him evil. That's what the Void is. It's not maybe it is some omnipotent space being from beyond the stars that's inside his body. I don't know. You could do it that way. But I wouldn't make it where, like, oh, it's just a split personality. I mean, you could make it a split personality thing. I don't know. The thing is, the Sentry requires too much suspension of disbelief to take seriously from me. Even for a comic book character. I'm just like, this. I remember the first time somebody told me about Sentry, like, oh, hey, yeah, it's this dude that, like, is a little schlubby looking guy. He turns into this dude. Yeah, everybody. Nah, get that shit the fuck out of my face.
You wouldn't watch a cinematic version of Siege?
I would watch a cinematic version of Siege, but you'd have to doctor that shit up. You'd have to doctor that shit up.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
You'd have to doctor. I'm sorry. You'd have to doctor it up. I'm sorry. You would have to. Oh, before I finish my recommend for place to eat, Jason Davidson, I want you to write down this website. Actually, no, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna put this website in the chat. Here we go. When you get your ass in town, I want you to look up. A food truck. Yes, I know. I said a food truck.
What you trying to tell them? New Wing Order?
New Wing Order, my guy.
I knew it.
New Wing Order. Also, they have a restaurant. They actually have an actual restaurant now. I think it's in, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Here is the website. I'm going to put this in here. There you go. New Wing Order, right there. NewWingOrder.com. You can find, and you follow them on social media, they tell you where the trucks are. Find out where that truck is. Go get you some wings. And if you do, ask them for the Nerd 901 sauce. Ask them for that. This shit's fucking fire, dude. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I miss Tops now, man.
Dude. Whenever you get your ass in Memphis, we're going to get you to Tops and we'll take you to New Wing Order.
Well, you know what's crazy? I lived on Summer, and you know that when I tell you I lived in that Tops on Summer,
Bruh.
because it was Tops and it was Central Barbecue right down the street.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, also, if you go to Tops, get a burger too. They got some fire ass fucking hamburgers, dude. Cooked to order. Whew. Whew. Yes, it's NWO as in New Wing Order is an NWO, and yes, it is. They are very aware, like because I actually talked to one of the owners, who is an awesome dude and big wrestling fan, and I asked him, I was like, "Is this like did y'all do this based off like NWO? Like, is it NWO?" Yeah, he was like, "Yes, we did." So yeah, they're awesome though. Best wings in the South. Period. Okay. Now I'm going back a little bit because I want to go back and get because Elite X1 had a question. I want to make sure I don't lose it. Here we go. It says he said he dropped it in the Discord. Okay,
Yeah,
never
he
mind.
dropped it in the Discord.
Okay, I got it. I got it in front of me. It says, I know it's not comics, but have you seen the trailer for The Woman King? Yes, I have. It says, great timing on this because Lupita just did a documentary on African women warriors a year or two ago, and do you think we can make it every bit as successful as Black Panther was? Yes, we can. All we gotta do is show up. All we gotta do is show the fuck up.
Poshi sent me this trailer the other morning. I didn't even know what this was.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I knew about it.
This gets watched.
Yeah. Oh, no. The Woman King. This is Viola Davis. Here's the fucked up part. Dude. Okay, so here, I'm actually going to pull this up right now. We're not going to watch it because I'm not really trying to deal with... I'm not trying to deal with any of the copyright bullshit I had to deal with just this past week. But this is a shot from it. But yeah, you got Viola Davis.
Oh, we got
dude. Y'all remember this old girl right here from Multiverse of Madness? I was like, wait a minute, I was like, where I know her from? And then we also got Lashana Lynch right here, just chilling. And dude, this is y'all said y'all want a Dora Milaje movie. This your Dora Milaje movie right here. You best believe if this do any bit of business, y'all go see a Dora Milaje. Well, actually, they already got it announced that they're doing it on Disney Plus. But just you best believe, you gonna see a little something coming up here for too long. But I do like the premise of it. I didn't know about the story behind this until very recently. And I knew about the movie, but I didn't know when it was coming out. Matter of fact, some of y'all may remember, I did a video very recently where I talked about an actress who was in this movie, even mentioning it. But yeah, this is all an actual real story. This is an actual real story. So yeah, I'm so hype. When I tell you how hype I am for this, I mean I am crazy hype for this story. Because I didn't know that this was a real thing. And it is. And this is the character Viola Davis is playing, Niska. This is a real person that existed. So yeah, it's gonna be something. I can't wait to see this. It's gonna be fantastic.
Here you said, look at all that baby oil. That ain't baby oil. That's sweat and Caucasian tears because they got deleted. You see that big ass blade in that woman's head?
Oh yeah. Oh here, wait. Here. Let me go back. Look at this. That is sweat. Viola Davis out here sweating.
Yeah, that is sweat and Caucasian tears because those white evil colonizers see that blade.
Oh yeah. And dude, and when they show old girl right here, that was in the last Doctor Strange, when she saw a dude walking up, and she took the time to spin, twirl move, throw it up in the air and catch it from behind and fling. Dude, she hucked that spear in dude's chest cavity like he was Zeus. That dude is gone. He ain't got Hercules to come save him. But no, I like I said, I'm ready for it. I'm definitely ready for it. Also, Zora's Tiger Comics with the $4.99 says, thanks for these restaurant reviews. Anytime. If anything, my big ass knows where to eat. Jason Davis also with the $10 super chat says, I'm very used to Professor X being grimy as well as T'Challa, but I'm slightly getting bored with these characters not having a little hero to them. Am I tripping? Thanks for the hilarious recommends, bro. Hey, anytime. No, that's the thing. I kind of do want to get back to an era where Charles Xavier ain't a fuckboy, where Reed Richards ain't a fuckboy, when T'Challa ain't just out here acting a whole goddamn fool. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I would like to see them get back to some of the more heroic stuff, to stop being assholes. I appreciate the commentary. But yeah. Says, is this the same group from Lovecraft Country talking about the group of warrior women that they showed? I think it is. I'm not 100%, but I do think it is. Let's see here. I didn't see this earlier post. It said, when you see that greasy bag, you already know what time it is. Bruh, let me tell you something. Whenever you get a bag, I wonder if I can actually find a picture of it. Let's see. Let's see here.
I know damn well you're not finna try to Google a Tops Barbecue greasy bag.
I actually am. I'm looking it up. I'm actually looking to see if somebody posted one. Bruh. Ooh, they ain't got one. I can't find one. But let me tell you something. If you go to Tops Barbecue and you get handed a white bag that look like the bottom about to fall out of it, just know you about to eat real good. You about to eat good. Let's see here. Dude, yes, and them Tops burgers, fire. Straight up. Do food shorts? Maybe. I could, but I feel like it would just, I don't know. I don't know if anybody would want to see me. I don't know if anybody would see my fat ass talking about food. Let's see. You know what? I'm going back there just to make sure I'm doing a quick sweep for questions. Real quick. Has Oya's eye condition, heterochromia, iridium, never been acknowledged throughout the miniseries? Also, did you get a listen to Jerry's interview on Kira's podcast, Decompress? No, I didn't get to hear that. I don't know if they've ever actually addressed it. Talking about in the Sabretooth series, I don't think it's been addressed in the Sabretooth series. To my knowledge.
They don't do a lot with her, period, anymore.
No, I mean, honestly, Sabretooth is the most we've seen of her since...
In a long time.
Yeah, like, she popped up for a couple of moments in some of the early Hickman X-Men stuff, but yeah, they don't really talk about her very often in that, like... And honestly, I think the only reason why she showed up in Sabretooth and Necra as well, a lot of people forgot about that character. She used to be like a Spider-Man villain. Like a one-off Spider-Man villain that never really got addressed after that. A lot of people didn't even realize she was black. But the reason why you had so many black characters in that Sabretooth series is because of who wrote it, and that's Victor Laval, who is a brother. That's why there's so much commentary, even from Sabretooth, making commentary about things that only black people would generally talk about. That's why some of that comes up. But yeah, Oya doesn't really get a whole lot of fanfare even in the Sabretooth series. The most we get is when we learn why she's in there. And then the whole thing with Necra, and it kind of seems like they have some kind of relationship that might be deeper than just sisterhood. I'm not 100% certain on that. But they also make it clear that whatever's happening with them next, they're not coming back to Krakoa. So there's that. Let's see here.
Is that about it?
Did Ezra Miller get replaced? No, he did not get replaced. And no, Elliot Page is not replacing him. Sorry, that's not happening. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. Carter, do you have any closing moments?
I want to go to Tops.
There you go. That's actually, might see if maybe we might do that today instead of making that salmon. I think I might want a Tops barbecue sandwich. That said, I want to give shout outs to everybody. Thank you everybody who's in the chat. Everybody dropped questions. The lurkers, the talkers, the chatters. Everyone who posted up super chats and channel memberships. I want to thank you all especially. Also, the top 5 companies of the week will be coming out a little later tonight, so if you are a patron or channel member, make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, shout out to John Campia, who came in and literally just dropped 2 hundo right on our foreheads. And if you are somehow not subscribed to this channel, please go check it out because it's pretty awesome. In the meantime, we will see you all later. We are getting out of here ahead of 3 hours.